Well, hello, chat room. How y'all doing today? Welcome, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon, happy Sunday to you. Hello, Spang. Hello, Sunset. Oh, Anonymous. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you for the gift subs to Anonymous. Thank you, Mother, for the bits. Thank you, Jess, for the raid. Thank you, Terravan, for the balloon. Oh boy, so we got a day ahead of us, chat, and our plans for this day. Let's talk about them. Okay. First off, thank you for joining me. Thank you for entering the Poison Talks waiting room. You sound a bit exhausted. I'm a little anxious. Great interview with Jess. I watched it 3 times. Thanks, Mom. Poison beard, yeah. I was talking to my coworkers. I'm like, should I shave for this tomorrow? It's like, yeah. I look fancy. I'm wearing like athletic shorts under all this. Not like under all of it, but on my legs. Like I got 3 pairs of athletic shorts, like my arm through each one. I'm anxious, chat. Silently freaking out for Derek. You? No. I was talking to my buddy Tall Shark and Handsome, my best friend of 20 years, before the stream, and I'm like, hey, should I? Thank you, Mindio. I always forget. I'm not anxious for it, honestly. Shark was like, dude, you've been like ready for this, talking about maybe the idea of this, planning for this since literally before you were a streamer, right? I'm like, yeah, I could talk to anybody. You know, I had this conversation with a couple coworkers yesterday. Like if insert your favorite celebrity, like if Weird Al Yankovic came into my restaurant and sat at one of my tables, I'd be like, hey, how's it going? Like, I don't really get nervous for that kind of thing. However, a little behind the scenes for you early viewers, chat. I've been talking to Derek, right? We've been talking for like a month now. And I guess it's been like a month. Where he agreed to the date and time, and is just like, yeah, you know, he's like, I'll get back to you when the time comes and when the date comes, as it gets closer. And then a few weeks after that, he messaged me like, hey, the 24th works for me. 6 p.m. sounds great. 6 p.m. Eastern time, specifically. I have the receipts. I have them on screen. And then I'm like, yeah, awesome. We chatted a little bit back and forth. He's like, yeah, you know, I have perspective on this, like, being liar. What? No, I got them laminated. Oh, hold up. See, I have. No, the receipts are there. The 24th will work for me. I can do 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's there. So, and we chatted a little bit more. I gave him like, yeah, some of the potential topics. He's like, yeah, cool, awesome. And I admit, in the last like week, I had a couple little updates, just like, hey, this what's up. And he hasn't gotten back to me in like a week. So I get the feeling it's gonna be fine. And if not, if the worst happens, Hike, thank you for the follow. If the worst happens, we're gonna have us a good stream anyway. We're gonna have a real nice time. So I am not going to stress about it. Okay. Should the worst happen? What's the worst case scenario, right? I think the worst case scenario is Derek shows, like, comes to the stream, we get everything set up, I play the little video I had prepared, we get everything going, and then and then he's like, wait a minute, you're not German 985. What? This isn't what I signed up for. I had to talk to my agent. And then like shuts off his, like, blocks me on Discord. I feel like that would be the worst case scenario, right? You look cute. My hair's a little floofy. It's all right. But like, what would like a realistic worst case scenario be? He's busy, dude. He's a big deal. Like, I totally understand if, like, he's got a young daughter. He's got an international game studio to run. He's got a game in active development. Like, dude has a lot going on. So whatever happens, we're gonna have us a good stream. We're gonna be playing some arena later. Might have a special guest or two, besides Derek. So either way, worst case, Derek comes and you miss his message. Like, Poison at me in the next 30 seconds or we're not doing the interview. And I'm just like, yeah, this one time, let me tell you about the time I peed my pants in an arcade. And I just, like, missed the whole thing. That might be the real worst case scenario, like, if it's my fault, right? But no matter what happens, we're going to have us a good stream. And by the way, the Hiked. Am I saying that right? Perhaps. Thank you for the follow. You are officially my 1300th follower. So that's a milestone. That's a lucky number. 13's a lucky number, right? Do we ask Derek about 1 trillion lions? Oh no. Can you tell us about the time you peed your pants in an arcade? I told that story. I wonder if my mother remembers that. I was at an arcade with your sister, Mom, because she took me to, like, some kind of to her work or something. Maybe she never told you about it. Maybe it was to protect me. But it was the first time I ever got to play Mortal Kombat in an arcade, and I stood at the cabinet for so long because you wouldn't let me have those kind of games growing up, and I knew I had to use the restroom. And long story short, I peed my pants playing the single player mode of Mortal Kombat, and like had to go and find her, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, Kitty, I don't know. And she's like, oh, geez, what am I going to do about this? She's like, Jim, you're 26. You can't be doing this stuff anymore. I'm like, no, I just didn't. I never got to play Mortal Kombat. It's like, now it's one way or another. It's all gonna be fine. But yeah, thank you for the round of applause for 1,300 followers. Perhaps I should add a question mark to the Poison Talks with Derek Yu header up there, like I did in the title. But we're gonna have us like, we got like 45 minutes to figure it out. Why don't you paint an eggplant on your face? I've already done balloon animals. I'm not gonna turn into a full clown yet. But no, I got the script all set up. I got all the transitions set up. I got everything set up. And Mike dead? What? My mic is dead? No, it isn't. That's you. Doge, if you gaslight me during the stream, you're losing VIP. If you're like, wait, Poison, your fly's unzipped. Like, no. No, worst case. Doge, it's okay. It's okay. No, don't ban him. Knuckles isn't facing the camera? Asher, thank you. Oh, thanks for the 3 months, pal. Let me... Looks a little better, right?
I subbed.
Thank you for the wahoo. Thank you for the thighs. Appreciate it. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, I have jeans on. Yeah, I lied to you. Hate to see you go, but listen. I got my little Spelunky aliens watching. Oh, look at the green screen effect. They look creepier. It's like they're actually shooting their projectiles. Isn't that something? Those are cool. So much for the athletic shorts. No, I told you I'm wearing them under my shirt. Those are cool. Yeah, I bought 2 mystery boxes of like little Spelunky minifigs at a convention years back, and of course they were both the same thing. I was really hoping for a Yeti. What are their names? This one is Philip, and this one is Doge the Boss 11. They're very cute. I have the frogs. You want to trade? Perhaps. Came in at a great moment. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, regulars. Hello, lurkers. Hello, baby on board. Baby's here? Oh, baby on board. Oh, my favorite Spelunky streamer. Of years gone by. Make me feel better about losing, even though I know I was going to lose. I mean, you competed, and you went 2-1, Jess. Like, in any tournament, that's wonderful. That is exciting. So perhaps Wumper is a monster. You're still a good one. I didn't go 2-1. Yes, you did. You beat You gotta buy, and you won the quarterfinals. That's 2-1. That's not lying. There's an asterisk there, but it's not an important asterisk, you know. The buy doesn't count. Yes, it does. If I am in a Smash Brothers tournament, like if I do an online tournament and I get a buy the first round and my second opponent disqualifies and the third opponent like disconnects in the middle of a match because their Switch exploded and they don't come back and I lose my next 2 matches, 3-2, baby. Sounds like a win to me. Poison Dollhouse stream when? I can't just sit. Okay. He just locks himself in a wooden box. Yeah, I don't have Germa's budget. I would literally just like I bought a laptop the other day. I'll just use the box for that. I'll like shut myself in it. Claustrophobia stream. We take it. Yeah, in the fighting game community, Lucy, the phrase is we take those. And we do. Like, there's homie stocking. There's something to be said for that. But he'll fold himself 12 times, literally impossible. I think, right? Wasn't there an episode of Mythbusters on that? Homie stocking? No, the act of homie stocking. In Super Smash Brothers specifically, you start out with 4 lives or 3 lives, depending on the game you're playing. You start out with a certain number of lives, and that is your stock count, like your reserve, your stocks of extra lives. And so, if you... if your opponent loses a stock and you purposely jump off the ledge, right? That's called a homie stock because you're giving your homie a stock, one of your extra lives, right? Makes sense. Poison just banned Sunset. No, I didn't. I had a little bit of typing to do.
Spray shoes? Oh yeah.
Simple Donald, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, did that come out? Did that story make any sense? I was distracted. Hi, Donnie. Oh, the friend of yours? Oh. I think Roach might win. Oh yeah, I feel bad that I'm missing the Goliath Games tournament. Because I huge respect to Cloyce, whose name I finally know how to pronounce. And to Roach. Friend of the stream. Friend of the Poison Pen. You're tapping back in and out. What character is Jess playing as? Right now? Jess is not currently live. Jess is here. All that stuff I just said, never mind. Derek's in. He'll be here in like half an hour. All right. Good news, right? I guess I can take the question marks out of the stream title then. I was okay. Now that it's real, let's go back and I'll add a little more perspective. So for the last like week, I have been just like I've been like I've been like a kid in elementary school, just like looking over at the girl he has a crush on, like, I already said hi once today. I can't say hi again, right? Oh, she'll think I'm weird. Just like reading the articles on his website, just like, so cool. Wonder if he likes me back. He said he liked me. Like, I don't know if it's just like as a friend, but. But no, now it's all fine. And we're ready to go. Unless, now there's a new worst case scenario. Now there's a new worst case scenario of... He's just playing with my heart now. That girl sitting across from me in elementary school is like... He's weird. And one of her friends is like, yeah, but you should tell him you like him. And then get him to like confess you on the playground. Yeah, that'd be funny, right? And then like in the middle of it, we'll pull his pants down. So what if Derek shows up and like pulls my pants down in the middle of the... Okay, I think I'm losing this metaphor. Anyway. Don't show us the Derek DMs. Show us the Derek Shrine. I'm not showing you anything. No. It's true. No, I've shown enough. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Wait, Roach won? We should really be stealing the Goliath Games Cloyce. Yeah, let's steal their content for a sec.
Anything, this should be the new fastest time in the entire race.
Fastest time in the whole race. Let's go, ZS Roach.
Or just lower.
No, TV Robot is also sick.
I think the fastest lower bracket time was also set by Bumper today, but I could be wrong.
Right.
That's wild. Good for you, Roach. Let's go, Roach.
In our last few races.
Really is the Matt Turk of Spelunky. That's a little niche, Speng. I didn't even know Roach played Punch-Out. Roach, you animal! Yeah, well, yeah. Overthrowing our technologically advanced overlords again. So anyway, that is... Roach, you insect, you shall not be crushed under my heel today. That's genuinely a load off my mind. So, I guess now I can make the announcement on Twitter, right? I didn't wanna I didn't want to go too far out of my way to like do the last minute. Hey, guess what? Today it's happening in an hour. It's happening right now. And then everyone shows up like, oops, sorry guys. Oh man. Oh man. Did Poison get quiet anyone when we left cam view? Oh no, is that? Wait, are my volumes all screwed up again? No, I had. It should be fine. Well, why? Okay, why is it when I switch between any of my scenes, dude? Okay, I was playing around with OBS, getting everything set up earlier, right? And Poison got quiet again. Really? It's everything. Seriously? Now I'm loud? Okay, how am I now? How's this? Whenever my camera isn't showing it's louder? Really? It doesn't make any sense. It's quiet. Really? No, my mic and aux are no. When OBS is, I don't understand why OBS is like purposely such an obtuse piece of software. I'm quieter. When my face cam is on, I'm fine, but when it's not, I have to shout. Okay, well, cool. I spent like 2 hours because OBS deleted my setup. Well, while I was getting things set up. Yeah, now that the face cam's back on, it's fine. I can just kind of be like, hey, chat, how's it going? And everything's ruined over here, right? Breathe? No, I'm breathing. It's fine. No, OBS. So with I don't know if you guys never not use Facecam. Never don't not use Facecam. Yeah, that's fine. Somebody DM me if he shows Derek. I'm not here for you, streamer. Listen, scuff stream. Listen, anyone who has been here for more than like 10 minutes ever, even for a Poison Talks, even for this one, knows I'm a little scuffed. Okay, it's okay. Poison, I'm not gonna be here. Okay, anyone, Sunset, give us your phone number and like we'll all just send you screenshots. Okay. Like oh, Derek's smiling. Oh, Derek's frowning. Oh, Poison's smiling. Oh, Poison peed his pants again. You never not use a face. I don't understand that. I like literally there's no filter on it. Like the volume levels on my screen are like the same. That doesn't make sense. So frustrated. It's not louder. It's not different. Is it because wait? Oh, wait. I have an idea. Okay. So it's quiet now. What if? What if I add on? This is a source. Is that better? Is it the same or is it different? Now it's loud. It just came back. It's loud. Really? That's the difference. Because wait, but then that means that like my auxiliary mic is like double linked into that. That doesn't make any sense. It's not the Blue Yeti. It's oh my goodness. Okay, so I just have to go back. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey, can you? Oh my face cam's off, so it's all like super quiet now. Whoa, here we go. Everything's fine now. Let's add this to the starting stream now. Okay, let's do this. It's quiet, boy. This is a fun little game we're doing. I really should have done this before the biggest day of my career, right? Like, I probably should have set this up at some point. Whatever, we're going with it. It's no, because I was prepared. I didn't expect it to be like, I thought you guys, half the time, most of my chat is gaslighting me and being like, oh, Poison, we can't hear you, you're muted. Doge did it to me earlier by accident. But then, like, then something like that actually happens. It doesn't make any sense. What, you forgot the Onco? No, I don't have an alien compass? Oh, jeez. The second biggest day of your career behind the day you said spring boots. Aw, yeah. Poison, I'm muted. Kristen, I can't hear a word. Breathe. I'm doing fine. I need this energy. Is that the soundbar for that slide in OBS? No, it's no. I'll show you. Right. So like, where is it? Yeah. On my OBS over here, I have all of my different scenes. And if I don't have the mic auxiliary thing like loaded into that specific scene, then I'm quieter. But it doesn't make any sense. Like if I turn that off, like you see my bars in the bottom are the same, but is it because it's being doubled because I manually added in the mic or auxiliary thing because I'm quiet now, and I turn it back on, I'm loud now? Like there's nothing that would show that. Is Derek doing face cam? You might want to check your scene for whatever you're using for the interview. No, but that spoils the scene. I'm already spoiling the scene. This is what the background's gonna be. It's just gonna be this. Oh God. All right. Well, yeah, great. That's what it's gonna look like. Cool. You happy now? Okay, the mic auxiliary thing is fine there. It's all spoiled. Everything's ruined. Can I see your credit card for a second? Well, I've shown my credit card on stream. No, I'm not happy. Why? Where? Poison, I actually cannot. Me, I said it. Oh, for the gaslighting thing, I say half of chat. You are not half of chat. You are your own bun. You are your own woman. That's what I was doing. I was going to say I should tweet about this. Chat was gaslighting you about the thing. Why didn't you believe me? I thought you were just agreeing with them. Why are the cams not aligned with the character selection boxes? I don't wanna hear it. It took me a long time to set that up in just the way it was, because it all broke down and got deleted beforehand. Because OBS, sometimes if you move one little thing, like what if we slightly increase where it says www.mossmouth.com? We're just gonna blow that up a little bit, and OBS is like, wait, did you want to throw the whole thing out the window? What if you went to drag that a little bit and it flipped back over and dragged itself off the screen like it was trying to dig to the center of the earth? See, don't. All right, I apologize for using the word gaslighting in that context. Let's all get back on the same page, okay? Where's Lucas the Jackal? Luca's out there somewhere. Luca provided some viewer questions for the Derek Yu interview, which, by the way, we ought to be getting to in like a half an hour here. But I should tweet about this. Okay, yes. And I was going to say, I should. Dang. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, where's what do I say? You're unmuted? Me? Okay. What do I say? Okay, well the obvious is twitch.tv/poison type. We need that. Right? Someone write me a tweet. I'm not good at this. Should I just include the same picture? No, that feels... Thank you, Evie. I don't feel cute. I feel fluffy. I need to pee. I'm so hydrated. Use the same picture. Is that okay? Say... Verkio interview. Oh, here it all comes. Guys, I'm still setting up. Hold on. No way, I'm still... Oh man, hi Chloe and Goliath Games people. Congratulations to ZS Roach. Nice work. It's still going. Thank you, Chaz baby. I appreciate you. I'm busy over here. We're still trying to set things up last second. Like I'm trying to. I got twitch.tv/poison type. What do I tweet for this? Like what do I put out? Saggy Stardust, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Hear words from Big Derek today. Big Unga Bunga energy. Tweet twitter.com/sunsetbyplane. God is dead and I killed him. You need to give me your Twitter info. I'll just tweet for you. Festin, thank you for the follow. Hi, I'm Poison Type. We're going to be talking to Derek Yu in a second. Isn't that cool? Probably like a half an hour, a little less. The Derek Yu is coming on my interview show. Poison Talks in half an hour. Come join me at twitch.tv/poison type. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I guess we don't really need to tweet about it, huh? I can just retweet it? What does retweeting do? Do I just... Oh, we'll try not to get poisoned. Nice. Art? Puts it on your timeline? Okay. Alright, well you can just... I'll have to deal with that then. Get it on your front page. Post it on your MySpace. Thank God I found my MySpace like 2-3 years ago, and just got in there and wiped the whole thing. That, oh man, that would have ruined my career. What little career I have. What do I put here? You put Derek in your top 6. Put it in your LinkedIn. Post it on your YouTube community page. Oh, mind you, that's not a bad idea. You don't have to reply, but that's rude. I retweeted, but that's the same as being like, it's like walking by someone in a restaurant and being like, and not starting, like, taking their picture and not starting a conversation. Shift 6, print out and tape it to your shirt. Hope you are ready. Okay, well, he made, Chaz, just because he made a joke about my name, I'm not gonna make him a joke about his name. Like, he's probably gotten that for 39 years. He doesn't need that. Make a joke but about his first name. And I'll try not to get Dereked. Lol. I think that's a terrible tweet. Like, we can't do that. No. Okay. Well, then what do I say? This is a big deal, isn't it? Don't lol. Don't you wait? You liked it? If Jess liked it, no lol. Is Omega lol more appropriate? What's Twitter etiquette? What's the best Twitch emote to put in? Maybe not in all caps. What do I do? I'm to bring elixir. So wait, no, that's like,
Spray shoes?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a lot of follows. Thank you for everyone who's following. I'll get to you in a minute. It's great. Just don't put the lull. And I'll try not to get Dereked. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. It works, right? Don't mess up. Oh, Derek, should I use an apostrophe for this or not? Is it?
Spray shoes?
No, that feels... I don't know. What's the etiquette? Send tweet? Alright, we'll send it. That's fine. Cool. Okay, let's get my Smash Brothers Twitter off of this. I'd hate to see anything you guys might see. Thank you for the follows. Close, about time. Festin, I caught you. Gammy, Joshua D. Phillips, Triple Jump Games. Welcome aboard. Hi, I'm Poison Type. I'll be talking to Derek in a minute here. Isn't that cool? I feel like I should use the bathroom at some point in between, like, now and then, right? Should I do it now? The Derek tweet is out there. Like, as soon as Derek tweets, I don't want to be like, hey, welcome to... And then just leave. It's just like a chair. I don't want to do it now. I should have, like, 5 minutes. Do you have the alerts turned off? No, you're seeing the alerts, aren't you? Are my alerts not showing up? Have I done anything right for this? Yeah, no. I have... For the other one? Man, all right. Well, we leaked the background again. I am calm. I'm fine. It's gonna be go now. Figure out the rest later. I'm not gonna bring my mic into the bathroom with me. Aren't you supposed to turn your alerts off? I like them now so I can say like, hey, hello. Big important thing is happening, but I want to notice you in the meantime. Like I have my Streamlabs set up. I can mute them anytime I want. Just give it a minute. You want me to do a Spelunky speed run in the next like 20 minutes? Yeah, no pressure. Okay. Listen. See, while we're waiting, it's okay to have the sub notifications up so people know what to expect in the future of the stream if they come back or stick around. Thank you, Kristen, for the sub to Donnie. May I call you Donnie? Just pee your pants, no one can see. My favorite thing about being a Twitch streamer. No, I can't. No, I gotta be careful what I say. Yeah, in a minute, I'll go to the bathroom. Okay. Just I'm enjoying our time together for now. Thank you, Anonymous, for the 100 bits. Do you guys ever know that's Shark's voice? Tall, Shark, and Handsome. He lent his voice to the middle of when the bits sound is him. Wait, just Jesus. What if I miss like a Twiggle raid? Like, all right, I'll be right back. I don't know. You guys want a topic? Talk about Spelunky, right? Give me like 1 second. My bathroom is right here. I have to wash my hands too. But hold on. All right. All right. I feel more ready. Okay. I can hear it. No, I left. My bathroom's not that close. Relax. You guys need to relax. If you relax, I'll relax. Okay, chat? Poison Germa rateable, you're gone? No, the only thing on my queue is highlight my message from Tall Shark and Handsome PASMR. Can we not do okay, we've spent a half an hour talking about bodily functions. Can we take like the next 20 minutes and pretend that I'm a professional streamer for just a little while for all the new people who come in? Like just for a minute, please. Just behave yourselves. Mods, I trust you. I put on the followers only mode. I'm pretty sure. Hey, anyone who just followed, can you send a message?
Cream, pure bits, sweeteners. That's a 10.
I don't see anyone. But thank you. Wait, where'd it go? Thank you, Ross. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the bits. Thank you, Mimic. Thank you, Lucy River. That should be coming up. Huh? Where is it? Where are my thighs? How long now? There they are. Thank you, Lucy. I've been a follower for years. Thank you, Dees. Follower only was on when I joined? Okay, cool. That's actually helpful. Alright, Ninja's not here. No one else... Listen. It's just gonna be... I unfollowed and can still talk. Thanks, Plaz. You're very helpful. You're all very helpful. Just here for some sweet poison talks. Me too. About... little better than 20 minutes. We're gonna get ourselves on and have some talking to do. Hey chat. When I say chat, I mean you. Hey dear listener, are you in my Discord? !Discord. And you can pop in and toss in some questions for the man himself, Derek. Or you can just throw them in chat and hope I notice you. Either way. No, as I think about it. Is it possible, Sunset, that we should take out the meme command that links to your Twitter that talks about my merch? Is it... Shark, can you ask Derek why he decided to make Fortnite? Why did I think doing this live was a good idea? I should have just pre-recorded it. Ask Derek about the sun versus the trillion lions. That's an honest question. Like, who would win in a fight, chat? We talk about this all the time. A trillion lions or the sun? On second thought, what if we don't bring up anything you guys are talking about? I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Hey, Roach, congratulations on your win. What channel do you want you questions in? General or other? I don't care. I'm not really going to read them. But if you feel better. Xana! Hey, Xana, what's going on? Shout out to Xana Gear for helping keep me calm while I was, like, panicking before the stream. Oh, there's a thread for Derek questions. I don't know how to use Discord threads. I mean, if you guys figure this out, then cool, post it there, and maybe one of my mods will send it to me. I tried, like, especially on mobile, I can't figure anything out. One of my coworkers just helped me install Discord on the mobile phone, and like it's really nice for if I'm outside, which happens like I don't know when I go to work or come back from work. Derek might spend hours on the Lions versus Sun question. You know, this is something I've been pondering for years, and I'm writing a doctorate level thesis on. Why do you say it like that? Why do I say anything like that? Install Discord on his Motorola Razr. Oh no. Oh no, half of chat is on the Lions now. I'm gonna be a lot of Lions if you don't believe in the power of the sun. Alright. Oh, Balls Pocket, I guess, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Tall Shark and Handsome, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. No emote only mode. I believe in my people to behave, and if they don't, well, what am I gonna do about it? You're an anonymous person on the internet. What? I have no power here. I have alerted my Discord. I'm gonna go ride a roller coaster or something. Xana, the ultimate homie. Are we playing again next week? Are we playing some co-op? I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, we could tone down the way we chat with each other, but he's gone. He's on a roller coaster. Can you play with me next week? Sure. What's the biggest roadblock when it comes to making a game? Well, that question and many other questions are answered very thoroughly in his book Spelunky by Derek Yu. If you want to check that out, Oh, look at it. Looks so cool with my green screen filter. Look at that. It's not actually purple. It's white. You can see like my ring light reflection. Look at that. This isn't what the book looks like at all. Buy a book that looks kind of like this, but a little less purple. Look at that. That's so cool. Wait, is that? Oh, that's so cool. Your mom asked you for something? Oh, I'm not paying any attention at all. Mine is purple handle. Where? What did my mom ask? Mistake. Hi, Shark. Aiden, you should be the next interview? Is that the question? You want me to interview Survival Aiden? Should we just should we just, you know, Chad, let's I'm gonna put up a Nightbot raffle. Whoever wins gets to be the next episode of Poison Talks right after this one. We're not doing that. No, dummy, can you? She asked if when she brings you dinner on Wednesday, could she say hi to chat? Yeah, Mom, we talked about this. You asked me this on the phone the other day. Like, yeah, if I stop by while you're streaming, can I wave and say hello to stream? I said, yes, absolutely. But now you're asking it in front of me in chat to emotionally extort me into doing it in case I go back on it? How dare you? Of course, you're always welcome in my home and on my stream, Mother. It's okay. Yes, you're just like, yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Mother's very funny, you know that? Avenge Flying, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Jess, how do you deal with this? What, me? Poison, check your DMs? Oh, it's Aiden's availability for the next Poison Talks. I'll get back to you, kid. Ivy's here, hello. I thought I was following, but it seems I was wrong. Also, it takes 10 minutes after a follow before you can chat. Oh, listen. We can all take a lesson from Joshua D. Phillips, chat. Because I asked Chet a question, and he took his time, did his research, and answered me honestly. Don't treat me like I treat you. Treat me like I want you to treat me. Yeah. Interview your mom? Do that someday. I want to get famous first. If I ever get famous, which I probably won't. I get the feeling this is going to be like the biggest day of my entire Twitch career, and that it's all going to be as a downhill slide back to my day job from there. But I'm still very glad you guys all came to join me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. How many lion emotes would it take to beat a sun emote? I'm going to unmod you. Oh, we've raided. E3, what's happening? Do you get the bots that ask if you want to be famous too? I haven't seen one in a while. Makes me kind of sad. Like, I don't know. They used to come around a lot, but it's just like they don't pay any attention to me anymore. I would. I saw one earlier today in Chaz's chat. Chaz, send him over to me. The last time I bought all those followers, it wasn't from bigfollows.com. It was from a guy at a gas station. But didn't really work out so well. Thank you, Anonymous, for the gift sub to Survival Aiden. And Gammy's here. Hey, your 10 minutes are up. Welcome. Behave yourself. Do you think 1 million lions could beat Spelunky 2? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. 1 billion or 1 trillion? Like, it's monkeys and typewriters, isn't it? Intel, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the outpouring of love and support. I joke around, but this really does mean a lot. Seriously. It's gonna be a good day. And Wumper, thank you for the follow. You deserve the love. Oh, stop. Every time I see PFK, it throws me off. Those are my initials. Is the JADE silent? Cool. Jade PF. Jade sneeze noise. Okay, Sunset, my friend. Oh, Sunset. I got to DM you about something cool that happened at work. That you helped me with. Thank you, Poseidon. Hey, Poseidon, thank you for the raid.
I hate this.
Sorry I couldn't make it to the tournament, but I spent all morning panicking, and I'll be there next week, maybe, if I can. But thank you. How'd everything go? Welcome. We're still talking about the Lions. I'm not saying they have unlimited time, just 1 billion lions, so there's a finite amount of time and attempts. Move on from the Lions. As long as we're not talking about Lions when there's an interview, when the interview is going on. I can wade through the lions. I can get through all those lions. The sun, on the other hand. Wait, what did I missed? What did you, Roach? What did you highlight? You want me to watch a video? I missed it. Where's the redeem? It's a YouTube video? What's this YouTube video I'm supposed to be watching? Is this appropriate for the stream? Am I gonna get banned?
box like this.
Oh, okay.
Don't stop, bounce with it. Puppy dog, bounce it in the box like this. Don't stop, bounce with it. You a good little puppy, you don't live on the street. You don't want no money, you want something to eat. Got your own.
I don't care how big a day it is. We're not missing this.
Take a shit and walk off like your shit don't stink. You your own boss, you don't need no leash. All your shots up to date, you ain't got no fleas. Bounce it puppy like you're trying to get free. Bounce it little puppy, bounce it for me. You can hang with your girls or you can chill with a treat. I can leave you in your cage and you won't even pee. You can fetch a ball, but you ain't fetch it for free. You can chill in the house, but you love when we leave. You a good puppy, you ain't sassy. You don't lick me in the face, that's nasty. Said you a good puppy, you ain't sassy. And you don't lick me in the face, that's nasty. Hey, puppy dog, bounce it in the box like this. Don't stop, bounce with it.
Get it.
Puppy dog, bounce it in the box like this.
What?
Don't stop, bounce with it. Bounce, bounce it.
All right, that should weed out everyone who doesn't have my sense of humor. Everyone who stayed, hi. About 15 minutes or so now, we're going to be getting into the Derek Yu interview, the Poison Talks Volume 11. And goodness, I'm excited. If Poison ever becomes a WWE wrestler, I want this to be his walk-on song. What did Doge do? We're getting back to the level where we're going to have to behave ourselves, because as much as I like to joke and play around with you guys, this is kind of a big deal for me. It's not lost on me that when it comes to I'm a relatively small streamer in a relatively small community in a website that the greater world, a lot of people just don't even know about. Like I'm in a small corner of a small pond, but Derek is coming on to chat with me, for all of us to enjoy our entertainment together, and that's enormous, incredible, amazing. Endless shoutouts to Derek Yu. I would not be here right now, obviously, without Derek and his games, and also without the support that he's shown me. No jokes, please? Okay, yeah, I gotta rewrite the whole script, actually. But, shoot. Boy, you have 120 viewers right now? Awesome. I purposely, this is, usually, every stream I have, like, the view count, like, on and ready. And this is the one stream where I'm like, yeah, what if I don't have my viewer count? What if I just let it happen organically? And then as soon as I started, my viewer count wasn't up. It was like an addict. I'm like, I have to get the viewer count back up. I have to watch the number go up. The dopamine is entering my veins from watching the number go up a little bit. It's like playing an RPG, like where you just, I have 99 potions never going to use, but that 99, big number better. Did you really? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. I'm watching myself and watching the number grow up. It hasn't updated yet, but. Make a habit of leaving it off. It's a better experience. Well, no, part of it, the genuine reason is because, like, this timer right here shows me when we're getting close enough to 6 o'clock, right? And the follower count happens to be there, and I'll probably shut it off later. I mean, like when me can't count with finger. I have 1,700 viewers. Man, that happened quick. It must have been my beautiful tweet. By the way, I love that permadeath tag. Yeah. After like the second or third Poison Talks I did, someone mentioned like, Poison, you still have the permadeath tag up. Is that normal? I'm like, yeah, well. You ever see someone like die in an interview and get rezzed? Like, I'm very happy that Twitch is finally showing my ally tag now. Because I feel like most of my tags are jokes. but I like having that one. I feel like that replacing masculine, that suits me better. Works out. To be fair, life is permadeath, is it not? Don't actually do it. That's against TOS. Germ is in your closet right now. You better behave. He is not. Decidedly, he is not. Star's been living in there for like a year and a half, but Ally's his middle name. Poison ally type. I thought that was danger. Good vibes. What's up, Lava? Get more water. I should have snack. I should have eaten before this. I had, well, I mean, I had lunch. At like 1 o'clock. I went out with some coworkers last night, to kind of relax my nerves, and they had a couple drinks, had a lot of drinks, and then I woke up at like 1 p.m. today, like I need to finish the script and make a layout. Oh my god, I know what I'll do. I know how to make myself feel better. I went right to KFC and bought 2 famous bowls and ate them with my bare hands like a caveman sitting in the car, like making sure no one was watching me. But I probably should have gotten like something for dinner. don't really have anything. That one. What's wrong with you? What? KFC? Oh, I do have Pop-Tarts. No, to answer your next question. No, the KFC Famous Bowl is like the pinnacle of fast food. It's... At least I didn't get like one famous bowl and one large side of mac and cheese, right? It's like, that's an issue. Like, have you ever had KFC mac and cheese? That's an issue. Like, that's the best way to describe it. It's an issue. Just get a bunch of those 20 McNugget boxes. Cancel the interview. Listen. No, okay. We're not talking about mac and cheese. We're not talking about Pop-Tarts. We're not talking about Lions. We're preemptively not talking about a maid outfit. Do you like KFC popcorn chicken? I don't think I've ever had it, but that's all it is in like the famous bowl. It's just like popcorn chicken and like plastic shredded up as to look like cheese and gravy. And poison ivy poison talks? We'll talk about it. Why do you poke chat? Why do I poke chat? There was a message I read. Joshua D. Phillips says, to be honest, your interaction with chat gives me Germa vibes, and I love it. And when people say that kind of thing to me, I print it out and on like little sheets of paper, and I roll up the paper and I eat them to gain their strength. Like that is everything for me. What is this? Is extra chaos today? This is how we are around here all the time. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. You know that Derek is here. Okay, how about we start an interview? It's a couple minutes early. Okay, all right. Let's deep breaths. Find our Zen chat room. Poison Talks Volume 11 with Derek Yu is about to begin. Now that we've gotten all of the sillies out of our system, you're gonna behave yourself, right, Chad? I trust you. We have a bond of trust at this point, you and I. So. Blank, thank you for the follow and for reminding me to turn off my sound alerts. With that, I am going to go to a quick break and let you see a special video that a couple of you have probably seen before, but co-edited by my dear friend Parrish of Jade Parrish. Shout outs to Jade Parrish. And after the video, when we come back, Poison Talks Volume 11.
Alright, Aiden, look like you got this under control. Dig faster, 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 dig faster.
This is so
treacherous. Please dig faster. Okay, we're good.
Five of them.
Like mech fight! We can do a mech fight! Maybe not the best idea. Oh.
Good cooperation.
Yeah, good cooperation. Where's my ball? It's just an Ankh and 95 health. I don't see the issue. Wait, Dwayne's okay. Dwayne's okay, so the run's okay, right? Dude, it's way more interesting if I don't have an Ankh, isn't it? Now we have some decisions to make. I made the wrong ones.
But like, where's the conflict? How do I stay invested in this story of the characters?
Mongo. Yeah, look, I show you conflict.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna pass out. That's nice.
We going tide pool? I guess there's no point going too long.
It's better.
You have forgiveness yet? Why do hired hands always kill me? Kill a shopkeeper. Right. Look, we found the mothership using the super secret method. About to go for some high risk, high reward business.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Doge, come on! Doge! Jesus, man! Why are you trying to kill me?
Fine. Oh no.
Completely and utterly serious.
All right, we're
No jokes.
Yes, no jokes. Okay, serious mode.
I am going to continue eating this Cliff Bar on the stream, though.
Okay, well, they can hear us now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Poison Talks Volume 11. And it's a true honor to introduce my guest today, the man behind Mossmouth Studio, creator of Aquaria, Spelunky, and the upcoming UFO 50, internationally celebrated indie game legend, Derek Yu. Derek, how's it going, man?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. It is a true honor, and of course the window is messed up. Let me there we go. Perfect. It's beautiful. So Derek, may I call you Derek? Is that I feel like
Mr. Yu's fine.
Mr. Yu, Mr. Mossmouth. You know, it's like before we even get into anything else, I gotta know, what's it like to be on a first name basis with the entire internet? Like everywhere you go in any streams is like, oh, Derek, yeah, Derek, I was talking to you a few minutes ago when you weren't here because I died to lava in Volcana.
I guess it feels pretty normal, you know, just because I haven't really had like a strong alias on the internet.
Sure.
You know, there's Mossmouth, of course.
Of course.
But I think most people have known me as Derek the entire time that I've been
Sure.
on the internet, so it feels actually pretty natural.
True. I mean, is that something you ever really get used to? Like, you can just drop into anyone's stream who's playing the game you made, and everyone's like, there is no Mr. Yu, there is no Mr. Mossmouth. It's like, Derek, hey.
It feels cool to me, yeah. It is kind of funny, but I'm pretty comfortable with it, I guess.
Well, sure.
I don't know. It feels like I like to enter a stream and then just have a casual atmosphere. So,
of course.
Yeah. So it just makes it feel very friendly. It's you know, makes it feel like a tight knit community, which I think is cool. So I like that.
Absolutely. And like even at my level, which I was just talking about before you got here, it's like I am a small fish in a small pond that's part of a vast ocean. But sometimes I'll pop in other Spelunky streamers and it's like, oh, it's poison time. I'm like, Yeah, they're like, oh, I can't play, it's poison. It's like, dude, relax. There's like a hierarchy to it, I imagine, where like I look at other bigger Spelunky streamers like, oh, that's the guy, and they look at you like, that's the guy, and then even you as a designer, like you talked about in your book as being in front of Shigeru Miyamoto at what the Independent Games Festival when you won for Aquaria in 2007. Like he was in the front row. You're like, so there's levels to it, you know?
Oh yeah, oh for sure. You know, if Shigeru Miyamoto stepped into the chat right now and was like, "Hey, I want to be interviewed instead, Poison," you'd probably be like, "Derek, you?" More like, "Derek, who? Get out of here! I want to talk to Shigeru." And, and I'd leave because I would totally understand.
Look, I specifically instructed them not to make puns about your last name. I'm like, he's heard him for 39 years.
I know, I saw that, and yeah, I have heard them for 39 years. So.
If you're making them, then all right.
But they're, you know, they're funny to a point.
I mean,
I can make them. I can make the jokes, right? I can make whatever jokes I want about my name.
You can say whatever you want. Don't go too far with it. But no, I would not preempt you from Miyamoto if he showed up because, well, for one, I'm a Spelunky streamer and you're Derek Yu.
That's easy to say because he's not here right now.
No, dude, I tell the story all the time on my stream about how I got my start. So I started streaming of January 1st of this year, and I was a streamer for about an hour, literally, before my chat started like people being like, yeah, we're here, Derek sent us in. I'm like, what are you talking about? I had like 3 viewers, like a couple friends of mine, and all of a sudden people were like, yeah, Derek tweeted out your stream. I'm like, yeah, sure. Then I saw your Twitter, I'm like, oh. Cool. But I think as I've started to develop like my own voice, my own platform here, I appreciate more and more what a great collaborative tool the internet is. Like how different is game design from the days of like email correspondence you had to wait back and forth, that now you can just go on and get real-time feedback from anybody playing your game?
Yeah, it's definitely different. But I did want to say, you know, your friend that tweeted at me, it was very cool of her,
Adelaide,
to call you out. I was excited because I thought it was really awesome that for your first stream you're choosing to play Spelunky 2, and I've said this before, but you did an awesome job. So I was God. Yeah, no, I was totally expecting, like, first time streaming that, you know, it's not gonna go smoothly, right? It's your first time, and streaming to me seems like a very difficult thing to do, to be playing and talking and interacting with chat and all of that at the same time.
Sure.
Plus just, yeah, I mean, making all the kind of technical aspects of the stream work. And no, it really felt like you'd been streaming for a while. I mean, was that like your first time? That was your first time streaming, like, ever?
Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I think you're very natural at it, and I think it was very cool of your friend to give you a shout out. So I was happy to promote that stream.
All right, well, the interview's over. That's all I needed. Like, thank you for coming by. Like, this was just the validation, and it's over. No, it's
and I think you've done, and I think you've done well since too. Just getting involved in the community and interacting with people, and you know, when I got started as a game developer, like, that's what I did too. You know, in the early days of the internet, is like I went to you know, different forums and posted comments and interacted with people. And yeah, just kind of got involved in the community, right?
For sure. And that's why I say you have the credentials to say I'm doing good, and that means a ton. Thank you so much. But that's in line with what seems to be your, like, your mantra, your Twitter bio is I want to finish games and help people finish games. Like, I can't think of any other creator at your level who is so involved, like, who would just pop into some random kid's chat who's streaming and, like, get get involved. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of the advice you give in your book and on your website and everything that you try to put out into the world, it doesn't just apply to making games. Like, it applies to streaming or content creation or work or life in general. Like, when you talk about, when you give that advice as a game dev, is it from the perspective of a dev, or is it purposefully all purpose? Like, where do you get the inspiration to give others inspiration?
You know, I think one thing is that it feels good, I think, to help people and just get involved. But, you know, also I think it's like, it benefits, I guess for me, it's just, I find that it's a lot easier when sort of all of your goals are aligned. So, you know, if you want to make games, I think I've learned a lot about game making, trying to explain game making to other people. You know, writing like an article about game development, it helps me take what are very chaotic thoughts in my head a lot of times. A lot of it is, it's kind of, you know, they're more like feelings. I've said this before.
Right.
About what's right and what's not, and putting them into a concrete form to explain it to somebody. It's really like a win-win situation where I can help other people with my knowledge, but it also kind of helps concatenate all of that information, all those thoughts, into a form that is more easily understandable for me too, right?
Oh, sure.
So
Absolutely.
I think, you know, in the act of teaching, I think you learn a lot about yourself, and I think your craft gets better as well. So, you know, I think you try to look for those win-win-win situations, right? Like, not everything, like, it doesn't have to feel like a compromise, where it's like, oh, I'm sacrificing, you know, all this time that I could be spending making games, like teaching other people to make games. I think it's just a positive experience all around.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think just trying to kind of align your different goals just means that you're just going to be moving like so much faster toward them, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, Poison Talks, the little interview thing that I do, this started literally back in like March. I had the title How to Get Big on Twitch from a guy who's not big on Twitch. And really, it was kind of like a vlog to track my own progress through my streaming career, you know, as I started to build my voice, as people started to kind of know, like, oh, Poison Type, yeah, he streams Spelunky. And I guess it was after like the third or fourth one, definitely after I got Twiggle to agree to coming on. I realized I kind of had something special in like you said, like networking and kind of showing my journey in real time, even though the journey is the point of streaming. Does that make sense? And yeah, and I mean, the tough thing for me was it felt like, as I talk about the things I'm actively doing while I'm doing them, and there's no real handbook to what you should do as a streamer, no matter what YouTube thumbnails tell you. How do you know when you've landed on something that like really resonates like with people? Like, how do you know you've got something special, whether it be in game design or with getting yourself out there streaming?
Sure. Yeah, you know, I think the easiest way to do it is to just start small, you know. You make small games and see which of those small games people like more than others, right? Presumably, like, everything you make is going to be something that you personally like. So the challenge is really finding the place where what you like overlaps with as many people as possible. You know, if you're trying to make this into a career, then there's a certain amount of thinking about like how popular this is, right? So, you know, if you're making YouTube videos, I would assume that you would want to make a lot of videos and then see which, you know, a lot of videos of different types that you enjoy making, and then see which one of those gets the most views or gets the most attention.
For sure.
And then, yeah, kind of work from there, right? And then, you know, I think then the the challenge is kind of building on that and capitalizing on it while also staying true to yourself and not becoming kind of just totally beholden to, oh, this is what people want to see, so I'm just
Right.
going to do this regardless of whether it's interesting to me or good for me.
Right, like I could be a Fortnite streamer, you could make a Battle Royale game, but if your heart's not in it, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, you could end up making like one type of video, and you know, you do see, I think, YouTubers who sort of go down that line, and
For sure.
maybe they enjoy it, but maybe they don't. But if you don't, you know, it's very hard to sustain that for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So that's the difficulty.
Yeah, it'd be a shame just getting in like a rut of only making Spelunky patch note videos.
Yeah.
Hi, Xana.
I mean,
Thanks for
I
watching
know
the
a lot of game developers. I think, you know, they get burnt out on their success. You know, it's like they have one game that really makes it big, and then you know, it's like, it's a kind of thing where I think from the outside it's easy to say like, oh, why are you complaining, right? Like, you made it, but I think as an artist, it, you know, it can be very painful to sort of have that creative burnout, you know. And so
for sure.
I definitely am like a big advocate these days of just like sustainable game design and game creation, which it means starting small, and it means, I think, focusing on the craft of game development before, you know, trying to come up with that like crazy idea that no one's thought of, right? And then putting like all of your eggs into that for a few years or something.
Sure.
So, you know, because I think a lot of people think of games that way, as like, oh yeah, you kind of come up with like your dream game that has you know, all these ideas that no one's ever thought of, and then you spend like X number of years on it, and then it's like a huge hit. But I think game development really can be like anything else, just like a craft where you start small, right? You know, like if you're going to be a sculptor, you're not going to start with like a 20-foot tall marble statue, right? Like you're going to start with like, I don't know, clay. It's like a little clay things, and you mess those up as you slowly get bigger and bigger. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, it's great to hear you being humble about that kind of thing, and the way you talk about your beginnings, and it's just like building up a set of skills. But obviously Spelunky is an enormous runaway success. And it seems like such an obvious combination, but such a genius one to combine like platforming and roguelites, because obviously, as anyone who's come to my channel knows, it's just a content machine. Whether you're playing, whether you're watching, Spelunky is always interesting, right? And I think, like, when it comes to other big name games like your Zeldas or your Final Fantasies or your Resident Evils, like, they all have one set experience. And Spelunky kind of has an infinite number, you know? Do you think, as time goes on, do you think roguelikes as a genre are going to become more and more mainstream? Like, that'll become the default for games to keep things fresh? Or do you think it's kind of a niche experience to design?
I think it's going to get to the point where you don't think of the term roguelikes, but there are roguelike elements pretty much everywhere. Because I think roguelikes, one of the reasons why they're so popular is that they just tap into concepts that are just generally very futuristic, if we're talking about games and interactive experiences. And, you know, a certain set of those ingredients kind of together in this specific way is we call that roguelikes. And that's already getting, you know, it's already become more and more diluted, right? Like, originally it was a very specific turn-based dungeon crawling type experience that has randomly generated dungeons and permadeath and things like that. And so now it's already kind of spread to basically every different genre that you can think of, right?
Right.
And I think it's going to continue to kind of spread, you know, these ideas of like random level generation, I think just tie into the bigger concept of procedural generation in, you know, in general. And, you know, permadeath, I think, ties into this concept of, well, you know, people just want to have more and more meaning in their games. And, you know, what really like gives things true meaning in a game is that, well, it honestly requires like losing things like in the game world, right? Like that's what I think really provides meaning in a video game is, or what, you know, what really gives something value, I think in a video game. One of the things is, you know, the fact that you can actually like lose it, right?
Sure.
So like in
Sure.
so, you know, the concept of permadeath, it's like when you're playing Spelunky, you're really thinking about what you're doing, because if you make a mistake, you die. Yes, you get to play again, but you've lost that run.
Yeah, there's stakes to it.
And I think you've lost that entire world that got generated for you. And so, you know, I think in general, I think games are going to go in like all different directions, but you know, in general, you kind of see this trend of games sort of becoming larger, I think less predictable, and also, you know, I think players are looking for experiences that really have a lot of meaning to them in game, and roguelikes provide a lot of that. So I think once they kind of moved from the turn-based dungeon crawler, yeah, that's why they really expanded, because these are very interesting ideas.
Oh yeah.
And they were just kind of locked, I think, behind a very particular genre before, whereas now like players who enjoy like all kinds of genres that are more mainstream and things like that can now experience these feelings, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna see it get to a point where there's basically like roguelikes everywhere, but we're not calling these games roguelikes.
Right. I mean, you could say that Minecraft is a roguelike if you play on hardcore mode because you die permanently. You could say the Diablo games have roguelike elements, and
yeah, for sure.
And
Diablo was like directly inspired by Rogue.
Of course.
What I think David Brevik said.
Yeah,
and you can see that for sure. Yeah.
It's the idea that even if you're telling like a specific story, the tools you have as a developer, it's easier now than it used to be to make things random, to allow for procedural generation, to have a game that's not going to have the same experience, but it hits the same beats. And well, I do think that Spelunky is like the pinnacle of that in my mind. Because
I think players wanting to tell their own stories through their play, I think, is just another one of those larger concepts that roguelikes really tap into. You know, that's not like a bullet pointed feature of roguelikes like in the Berlin interpretation or whatever, right? Emergent storytelling it's not one of the like requirements, but I think it's one of the ideas that all of those different rules of roguelikes like tap into.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you watch anyone play Spelunky, there's stories that are told, or clips that are posted in my Discord, or any of the other Spelunky Discords, of a caveman picking up a shotgun and tripping over a rock and shooting a shopkeeper, of, you know, an off-screen arrow trap triggering a crocman that jumps into the loop in the cosmic ocean. Like, there's all of these stories that make the game feel alive, and I think that adds so much to the longevity.
Yeah, you know, because I think every run can feel very personal in a roguelike, and there are situations that arise that happen in someone's run that don't appear like in anyone else's run exactly the same way. And I think that's like a very powerful feeling that it really, you know, games can kind of only provide as an interactive art form. So.
And you know, speaking of telling stories and of longevity, it reminds me of a time that you came into my chat a couple months ago, and you said something like, I'm paraphrasing, why is Mega Man? So how do you feel about modding in Spelunky or in your games? Because I know it can be kind of difficult from the perspective of, oh, I'm getting bug reports that aren't really useful because Overlunky is on? Or is it just like another way to give your game more life? I don't know. What's your take on it?
Yeah, no, I mean, when I asked why is Mega Man, I wasn't talking about modding. I was just literally asking why. Like, why does Mega Man exist this period, you know?
Oh, right. So it was more of an existential question.
It was totally an existential question. No, I love modding. I think it's you know, it's interesting because I love the concept of modding. I don't tend to play games with mods very much at all myself, but I think the idea is great. Just of players taking games into their own hands and creating, you know, it's just more creativity, right? And so that I think is great, and it's very much in line with just how I feel about art in general and how creativity begets creativity.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's a similar, yeah, I think, you know, I think your segue was an appropriate one because I think it is similar to playing the game normally and kind of telling your own story that way, right? It's just more of like kind of a, yeah, I don't know. It's a different way of kind of like sort of building off of another work, which is all art is like that.
It's derivative.
So I think it's right. I don't play with mods that much myself because I don't know, when I play games I just I kind of just want to like play the game the way the developer sort of intended. And you know, like I would rather play the way the developer intended than I think even in a way that I would find more enjoyable, you know? So like I really just kind of want to get into that person or that team's head and just kind of see what they wanted to show me. So that's just, you know, personal preference, but in general I love the idea of mods. And yeah, actually I have made, I think about it, when I played Doom as a kid, I actually did make my own mods and levels and stuff for it. So.
Yeah, I remember. You ever, you know, Chips Challenge, the old Windows 95 game?
Yeah,
love that game. When I was younger, I got in and like took all the sound files out and re-recorded my own voice doing all of them, like chip bumping in the walls, like and then splashing in the water like push. And that was like my first experience modding, and then I don't know, it's so much.
That's game development, really. I mean, I think a lot of game developers got started modding other people's games, and I had I learned a lot. I think working on Doom and yeah, changing the sounds and tweaking the weapons and stuff like that. So I think it's only just, you know, now that I can kind of make my own games that. I think I don't mess with mods as much.
Right. Well, and a part of it is like seeing the artist's vision, like you said, for what they wanted it to be. And you know,
that's an idea that I like. I've been thinking about a lot, and I think, you know, I want there to be, I think, allowances for people to make games that aren't necessarily there to give you like a good time, right? Or you know, to give you the exact experience that you want as a player.
Getting over it comes to mind. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I think a lot of maybe especially indie game developers, I think, kind of push back on that idea a little bit, because it would be nice, I think, to have that understanding and to have audiences sort of be willing to accept games that aren't all, you know, just about like comfort or quote unquote fun, right? Because I think there's a lot that we can do with games beyond that, and so that would just make it, I think, easier for those kinds of experiences to get made. And you know, it's never going to be like a majority of games are there to give you anything other than fun. So I think, you know, it's really just, I think, about allowing that smaller segment of games to be able to flourish and thrive.
Well, sure. And that goes back to like the artist's vision. Like the idea that anybody out there can have their vision be put out and seen and experienced in a medium like games. For one, it's awesome that anybody can have a voice and a platform, as evidenced by me talking to you. But also, it comes with like, I don't know. There's some level of stress to it. In your book, you talk about like the depiction of the damsel changing from classic to HD to be more inclusive. And you and I being old guys, there's been a shift in our lifetime from like, oh, there's no girls on the internet. Like, oh, the internet's all one hateful teenage boy, you know? But there's an emphasis nowadays on inclusivity, you know? What would you tell a random Twitch chat, not necessarily mine, about that perspective that you've gained over the years about like inclusivity or your perspective as a dad when it comes to applying it to your vision on game design?
Yeah, so, you know, I think, you know, as I'm talking about, I think I'll sort of like letting developers make these different types of experiences. I think it is also very important to talk about inclusivity and accessibility also in that conversation. And I think, you know, as far as like the, you know, there's like there's that whole topic of difficulty and also accessibility, and I think both are extremely important, and so you kind of need to be having these different conversations in parallel. And so, you know, and this might be like somewhat slightly separate from inclusivity too. So I'm gonna try to like talk about these different things, but
right.
I may have to talk about them kind of like one at a time as I wrap my head around it.
You do you got the floor.
So yeah, you know, I think that the thing is that accessibility is like, it's super important, and it's not something that I thought about as much in the early days of developing games, just because it was hard enough just to make a game, and I think we weren't having the same conversations.
Oh yeah.
That we are now about people's different needs as far as playing games goes, right? You know, I mean, I think taking something as simple as like photosensitivity, which, you know, it's just now I'm very aware that there are a lot of people out there that are they're sensitive to flashing lights, and
oh yeah,
when I was starting out, it just wasn't something that was talked about, and it wasn't something that I thought about because I don't personally have those issues with games. And, you know, once you know about it, it makes perfect sense, you know, add those options to the games.
Yeah, like early on, my chat would yell at me because I have the camera flash in Spelunky 2 on high, and I'm like, I didn't even think about that. Like,
yeah, and it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense, and I think I do think it is good. You know, it's one of those win-win situations where when you making your games more accessible makes it's good for other people. You're doing a nice thing for other people, but you're also doing a good thing for your game, and you're opening up your game to other audiences. I think, you know, for me, I think it can get tricky when it comes to the discussion of difficulty sometimes, because I still am unsure whether like having sort of very granular difficulty settings. I think it works differently for different games, because I do still feel that I still do feel that offering an option is not as simple as just, oh, you just ignore that option if you don't want to use it. Because I think in game design, whenever you offer something, if the player knows that that it's there, it's affecting the way that they think about the game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I
it's
think of Mega Man 10, where it has like a mode where you can just turn on these platforms, and if you fall into a pit, there's a platform there, and you're fine. It's like, if you have it on, it's like, oh, I'm being coddled. And if you have it off, it's like, well, why am I torturing myself?
Yeah, so it's tricky, and I've been sort of like dipping my toes into the conversation and trying to talk through it a little bit, because I think that it's getting very simplified on both sides, and for me, it's definitely like I definitely do not care if like I can beat a game and other people can't. Like, that does not make me feel any better that I could beat a game that someone else cannot. That just,
right.
I don't get any joy from that. I would rather the other person also is able to play and have a great experience. But from a game design perspective, if you offer a choice, it is a meaningful thing that you're doing to the game design that affects people's play in different ways. And it's very tricky, because people bring so many expectations into games and have different ideas of, I think, what games are supposed to be. Are they supposed to be like fun? Is that kind of the main thing, like fun, just fun, right? And then
just a distraction.
And is everybody supposed to sort of, as far as difficulty goes, is when you're designing difficulty, are you designing it so that you want everybody to experience sort of the same relative level of difficulty, or is your goal more to design a thing, like a difficult thing, for which people are going to necessarily have sort of different experiences with, like, some people are going to have a harder time, some people are going to have an easier time, but is that part of the design? Because like I read an article by my friend Bennett, who made Getting Over It, and he's talking about like this game that he played recently, and how essentially I'm paraphrasing, and I'm maybe putting my own spin on this, but the reason why it resonated with me is because I really love the idea of being able to build places in games that are just places. Like, they're not meant to be like obstacle courses, at like a certain level of difficulty, but it's just a place, which means like some person could have like a very different experience with it than another person. It's just there. Like, I love the idea of building worlds that are just there, because in real life, that's what makes places that we visit in real life so compelling, is that a lot of times it's because it just feels like they're there. And they feel natural as a result. And so and I think that's a very different thing that you're talking about, versus like I want to design this boss that on average I would like every single player to fight this boss 4 times before they beat this boss.
Right.
And I think that's a fine way to design a game also, but it would be really great if we had the allowances for designing a boss where it's more like, some person it takes them 1,000 times to beat, and some person they beat it on their first try, and that's actually part of the design, because it's not, this boss is not really meant to be like this perfect kind of gate that you get through, but it's just really meant to be just a thing that exists in this world for the world's sake, I guess.
Well,
so it's very complicated, and I think
yes, it is. That's a very thorough answer.
It's not easy to explain. It's certainly not easy to explain on Twitter, but it's going to be an ongoing conversation that we're going to have. But I do want to make it very clear that I think accessibility in general is super important, and I'm very happy that people who need accessibility options to to enjoy and get involved in games are speaking up about it. And I think same with inclusivity. I think that in general, it's just a win-win. And I think you can take the cynical attitude of, well, you're just sort of making your game more diverse and inclusive to kind of like get on people's good side. From my perspective, though, it really just means better game design, because as game developers too, I think most game developers would feel the way I do, which is that you know what? Yes, it may be in some ways like having to think about all these different types of things complicates our lives a little bit, because it's more things that we have to think of on top of like making sure that the controls feel smooth and making sure that there aren't bugs, or
just adds an extra layer to it. Yeah.
But I think any game developer worth their salt, or any creative person making something who's sort of worth their salt, will see like, this ultimately leads to better game. Ultimately, it leads to better games, because you're having to think about things more than you would have normally. Yeah.
That's something I've experienced on Twitch, like being opened up to thousands of different perspectives that I just don't have because I'm just one guy, But it shows you the way other people live, and it's a window into their lives, and if you can reflect that in what you create, that's even better.
Like, to use Spelunky as a very specific example, because you did mention the damsel. So like Spelunky Classic, right? Like I'm putting together these two different genres, and I had to put a lot of my energy into thinking about how that was going to work. And so, as far as like the character designs go, I did not put as much effort into those. And so in that case, in those situations, I sort of fell back on existing tropes, because that's what you do, right? Yep. You fall back on what's already there and sort of established when you are not putting your thoughts and energy into it yourself, right? It's like it is a way of building on what is already there. But I would say that I think the character design and the design in general of Spelunky has gotten way better since.
Oh, without question.
And I think that is precisely because I moved away from those tropes, and I just thought more about it, right? I put more thought into it, and I listened to feedback, and I thought about, well, instead of relying on what was already there, why don't I try to figure out what is just fits Spelunky's world better?
Yeah. And that's part of the creative process, is like you said, you start with the building blocks that are already there, and then you find your own voice through it. And I think the evolution of Spelunky through Classic and then HD and then 2 is an enormous example of that.
Yeah, so I think like with the damsel case in particular, I think the game became better as a game. I think it also became more inclusive, and I think it became more like Spelunky, versus just I like relying on existing things. It kind of became its own thing more.
Right.
So I think if there's a case where a character really has to be like it really has to be like a specific type of character to fit a very specific type of story. I think game developers will, they'll make that happen. But otherwise, I think it's always worth considering. I think just making a more diverse cast. I mean, that we expect diversity. I think in terms of all kinds of other aspects of the game, right? Like diverse mechanics, diverse enemy types, diverse systems. The more complicated that games get, the more interesting they become. So I don't see why it would be any different as far as character designs. Like, falling back on some of these existing tropes, you're not really like saying or doing anything that's too interesting a lot of the times.
Well, on the one hand, it can be kind of a cheat code to like start with an existing framework. But on the other hand, segue, you could cheat by just making 50 different games at once, couldn't you? For example, some kind of compilation. I'm talking about UFO 50 if it's lost on your chat. You got a game coming out that has all like is 50 different games in one together, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, UFO 50.
so you
know that's definitely speaking to the idea of variety as a strength.
Oh, absolutely. And watching the trailer on mossmoth.com, go check it out if you don't know. It feels like, I mean, the term love letter to NES games, whatever, it's all cliche, but this doesn't feel like a love letter so much as like a full like Stephen King novella series, like thousands and thousands of pages. Just watching the trailer, I can see like River City Ransom and Blaster Master and Metroid and Contra and Shinobi and like all of these games, like the inspiration that it may have came from. The big question I think everyone in chat wants to know, can I be a beta tester for UFO 50?
You know, I have to. I think it's always difficult, like with Spelunky, right? Like,
no. We can skip that question. Are you? Did
well,
you?
It's just for me personally, like how much would I rather see you just kind of experience the final product,
well,
as it is, on stream.
What a diplomatic answer. No, my real question is, what came first? Like, was it the idea of putting a compilation together that this would be a cool thing to do, like a little NES pack? Or was it like a bunch of projects you had little ideas for and it came together and you're like, oh, what if I put all these ideas in one thing? Was it designed from the ground up as a compilation, or did it spring forth as, I want to release all these things?
It started as just a conversation with my friend John, who I've known for, John Perry, who I've known for a very, very long time. Since the second grade, and he was my first like game development partner. We started Black Eye Software together, and my very first games, a lot of them I made with him as kids, and we just released them for free. Sure. And so it started with a conversation with him where he was interested in getting back into making video games because he'd done a lot of work in designing card and board games.
Right.
We were talking about doing a video game project together again. And so I was telling him, I really like Game Maker, and I think that'd be a great way for you to start learning how to make games. You could start, I guess, like pick up game making again, video game making. Because it's kind of similar to using click and play, which is what we did back in the day, right? It's kind of like this nice built-in framework for making video games. And as I was talking to him, I was just thinking like, because my advice of course was to start by making something small in Game Maker and see how you like it. And but I started thinking like, we both really like just making small games, and it would be cool to make small games together, but as like a commercial game developer now, right, it's also really hard to kind of like make a small game and release it like as a product without having all this pressure to kind of like embiggen it to make it worthwhile for people.
Everyone will have the expectation like, is this the next Spelunky? Like, well, it can just live on its own. It'll be what it's going to be.
Yeah, so my thought was, well, what's a way to make small games and sort of make it into like a bigger project that we're eventually going to want to get to anyways. And so the idea was, well, what if we just put like all these small games together and make it a big game? And it felt like that would kind of work really well with our lifestyle at the time, as far as like teaming up, because we're living in different places, and
Gives you time to do it at your own pace.
Exactly. You know, and I think at the time I was playing with the idea of making Spelunky 2 also, and so trying to figure out how all those were going to fit together. It seemed like if we made small games, yeah, it would be, the collaboration could be a little looser, you know, and we could kind of work on our own a lot and sort of convene when we needed to. So it felt like a good fit for what we were interested in doing and, you know, how our lives were going at that time.
Okay. Well,
and those are all like, you know, things you have to think about, I think, to be able to make a game these days.
Absolutely. And chat, make sure you go UFO 50. You can wish list it on Steam right now with the release date of when it's done. But I'm looking forward to it whenever it is done. Because I'm such a sucker for retro games to begin with, but knowing the philosophies you use to make games, like, I think there's going to be something to at least 45 of them are going to be good. So
yeah, it's going great. I think our hope is that out of all those 50 games, you're gonna find some games that you don't like at all. Because part of the reason why this project seemed so interesting to us was because we felt like with 50 games we can really make the games the way that we want to make them, even if they come off as being like kind of awkward or, you know, not to everybody's taste, right? We can kind of experiment, and it'll be okay, because hey, if you don't like a game in this collection of 50, there's going to be 49 other ones for you to play.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and you know, with every game we did try to do something new with it. You know, there are some genres that I've personally been interested in, and I've never gotten to make a game in that genre before, and I wanted to just see if there was something that I could do with that was like a little bit different.
Awesome.
So, you know, there's like I've always been interested in beat 'em ups, and I've never made one myself, and you know, there are things about like existing beat 'em ups that I've always felt like I'd maybe like to change. And so, you know, one of the games is just like I wanted to make a beat 'em up, so I try to make a beat 'em up. And then there are some games that I think are really quite unique, and sort of it's hard to pin them down to a particular genre. Like John's games in particular, because he comes from such a strong like board and card game background as opposed to a video game background, I think are like they're very, very different, I would say. And then
definitely.
You can see connections to board and card games, but as far as video games go, I think they're quite unique.
Well, we are getting close to time, but again, go wishlist UFO 50. Check it out on mossmouth.com. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's you know, as far as the timing goes, yeah, we can go like a little past. I guess for you, it's 7. We could do like 7:30, I think.
Oh, you give me an inch, I'll take a mile.
Since I know, you got me. Yeah, you got me into some pretty interesting and complex topics, I feel.
Yes,
like,
and you've handled it well. You know, you're pretty good at this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know yeah, game design is just like, it's such a huge topic, period, and it is one that I obviously spend quite a bit of time, that I've had, you know, the good fortune to be able to spend a lot of time thinking about, but it just feels like no matter where you go, there's just so much more to think about and discuss. So it's kind of never ending.
Well, it's definitely, I mean, if you want to know more about Derek's philosophies on game design, I'm going to shill his book again. Check out Spelunky by Derek Yu. It doesn't work quite right with my green screen setup, but it's beautiful. Seriously, excellent book. Check out his articles on his website. We'll get to viewer questions in a minute, but I guess the overarching theme is I think you're inspirational and cool, and you make really good games. I think you've done a great job building yourself up in the indie scene and creating a little Spelunky scene of your own. Do you have any general advice on like what has gotten you to where you are? Like, what's the way you found success? Like, how do we get to where you are, Derek? You?
Oh, jeez.
Well, besides a ton of luck, and
well, it's there is a ton of luck involved, and like I said, I think I've spent a lot of time thinking about games, and that obviously that's work I put in, but I also, not everybody has this much time to be able to devote to thinking about games, right? Like that is a huge advantage in and of itself. And so, I think with my writing and things like that, it's what I would like to do is just hopefully provide some shortcuts for people to get to some of these thoughts that I've had, and whether they accept or reject those thoughts is up to them. But I want to just put those thoughts right there, because it's taken me at least a lot of time to kind of get there. Certainly, I think I had it was good for me to start small, and I think starting with a small community where you're sort of shielded from a lot of the outside pressures, I think is very helpful, because then you can just focus on your craft. That's what we got to do as kids, is in the click and play community, we just made these little games for each other, and we got to focus on craft and make some pretty awkward games, and then build up from there. And I do think maybe it's more challenging now, because you get so much access to people who have been doing things for years and who've been thinking about things for years and who have success, and it feels like if you don't get there right away, if it just feels like you gotta just swing for the fences, with everything you make.
Oh, for sure. It's like the idea that awesome, everyone has a voice in a platform. So you have a voice on platform, and oh no, everyone has a voice on a platform. I'm lost at a sea of other voices.
It's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. If I was starting out now, I don't know what I would do exactly. I can only know what I'm doing now, but I do advise people to, I think, find communities. I think small communities are great. I think we all have this kind of global community of social media now, where you're connected to everyone and everything. But I think it's nice to maybe find smaller communities within that, where things are more personal, and you can kind of share struggles that are where it's okay, I guess, to share struggles.
Yeah.
And not feel like you're making a big mistake or something. Make small things and sort of like practice within the safety of a smaller community. I think that's really useful. And then if you need to, I think it's nice to then put some feelers out in the wider world and see what people think. But then, if it gets too crazy, if it gets too scary, at least you'll sort of have friends, closer friends that you can fall back on.
Right.
And then build up, and I think about the craft, whatever you're doing, whether it's making games or streaming, like really think about the craft of it and why things work in certain ways.
Definitely.
That was something that we got to figure out early on, which is really nice.
Being present, there's something to be said for it, like in the moment and thinking about what you're doing, being mindful of what your actions are and around you. It sounds cliche and it sounds obvious, but it's if you're not thinking about it, right?
Yeah, there's just there's an overload of information now, right? And so, to give you an example, like I see seasoned game developers, and they're giving really good advice, right? It's like a thread on Twitter or something with advice, and it's really good advice, but it might not be the right advice for someone who's just starting out. If you're just starting out, you have to prioritize what you're doing, and I think experienced game developers have a tendency, which makes perfect sense, but they have a tendency to give out advice that's quite specialized. And it's like, if you're not taking care of the bigger, more obvious things first, and they might not be obvious to someone starting out, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't take care of those sort of like the low-hanging fruit kind of stuff, you know, then a lot of this specialized advice it's just going to be like a distraction, you know, where you're sort of, I think, getting to the weeds a little bit, where you're not even like ready. You're not even ready to do that. You know, to put it in like Spelunky speedrunning terms, right?
It's helpful.
Just speedrunning terms.
A couple of those
in
guys
general,
in chat, yeah.
It's, you know, if there's like some really hard skip that saves half a second of time, right? But you don't even know how to save the 30 minutes off your run by just like doing some basic stuff, you know.
Sure.
Then I think worrying about the that little half-second skip is just gonna get you in trouble. Or it's like if you're playing a fighting game, right?
Yep,
if you're trying to learn the 30 hit combo to maximize your damage in this one specific situation when you don't even know basic footsies.
you don't have a neutral game and you're trying to get the full juggle, yeah.
Yeah. So all that kind of advice applies to game development also, where it's like, if you're trying to like, oh, you know, get a few more people to come to your booth at PAX or something, when, you know, like when you're at the level where you really just need to figure out how to get a game done and finished, and just in a relatively short amount of time, just to see what people think. Period. I think, yeah, it can be tough. So that's kind of the danger, I think, about where we're at now. Whereas when I was starting out, it's like no one knew what was going on, and so you didn't have a lot of advice, but there wasn't advice to kind of get led astray by.
Right.
And a lot of this advice, like I said, it's great advice. You might not be ready for it.
Well, if nothing else, thank you, Derek, for blazing the trail of indie games and for sharing the wealth of knowledge you've accumulated with all of us. Seriously.
I mean, really, it's
genuinely.
It's genuinely my pleasure, and I'm very thankful that I had the opportunity, and it required a community of people. It always takes a community, right, to get help from, to lean on, you know, to give you motivation and advice when you need it and stuff like that. So I think that's very crucial, and it's really my pleasure.
Very nice. And speaking of community, we're gonna get to viewer questions, and then maybe one game of Arena before I keep you. I know you're a busy man. But
I'm having fun. This always happens. I'm like, you know, I gotta go by the certain time, but then once we get started, I'm having so much fun. It's hard to leave.
I'm very glad. And with that, thank you for the claps in chat. I don't know if you've had my chat open. They haven't been behaving the whole time, but they're all very thankful for you as well.
I've been peeking. Yeah. I can't look at it too much, or I'm gonna totally lose my train.
That's my entire Spelunky career. So last thing, I swear, before we get to viewer questions, I had this idea from a viewer that I workshopped with a couple viewers. Derek, would you mind giving a couple Spelunky related sound bites for content creators to use in their videos or perhaps Twitch notifications? Okay, I'll give you a couple and you just read them back to me, okay?
Yeah.
You just say them back to me.
Maybe I should do a few takes of each one, or
sure, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay. We'll start out with.
I'm gonna get a sip of tea just to clear
please.
my voice. I can already feel my throat starting to constrict. So
it's okay. No pressure on this. You got this. I'll help you through it. We're gonna start with. Oh, that's a dwelling moment.
That's the line.
That's your line. However you want to say it. Like, oh, that's a dwelling moment, or that's a dwelling moment. Like,
okay. Oh, that's a dwelling moment.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Done in one. Here,
Oh,
a one take Andy. All right. So next.
I don't know why that came out. I don't know what I was. I wasn't planning for it to come out as a little bit of a Valley Girl sound to that.
No, you imagined a mole falling on you, knocking you into an arrow trap, into a totem trap. I know what you did. How about this one? Something a little more reserved. Derek forgives you.
But that'll never be true. Like, that would.
All right, it's for the content.
Okay. For the content. I see how it is. Okay. Derek forgives you.
Perfect. We only got a couple of these, and you're going to blow right through them. Okay, how about hired hands are perfect the way they are?
Okay, that I believe. That I actually strongly believe, so it'll be no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hired hands are perfect the way they are.
Love it. Love it. How about, so you truly love chaos, just like me.
Okay. So you truly love chaos, just like me. I went a little ham on that one.
This is the highlight of my career.
That's for my reel. My voice acting reel.
All right. So like two more. How about, I guess jetpacks are flammable.
Oh, I guess jetpacks are flammable. Okay, I might need to redo that one. That was a little bit of a tongue twister.
If you'd like.
Okay. Oh, jetpacks are flammable.
You can put your own spin on it.
That is not an easy thing to say.
You can put your own spin on it, however you want to say it. Whatever, you put it in your own words.
Oh, jetpacks are flammable. Nice.
Nice. Two more. How about you teleported right into a wall? It's a death message.
You teleported right into a wall.
You said it so angrily. Like, how could you?
You teleported right into a wall.
Wonderful. Perfect. And of course, and the last one. Hey, this is Derek Yu, creator of Spelunky, and thanks for watching Poison Type.
Wow, you're really milking this hard. Do you want me to say how awesome you are too while I'm at it?
No, just hey, this is Derek Yu, creator of Spelunky, and thanks for watching Poison Type.
How is this one going to get used?
No, it might be. I'm not like.
This is getting to the point where I feel like I might deserve some royalties.
We can just go to viewer questions if you'd like. Okay.
No, I'll say it. All right. So say it again exactly.
Hey, this is Derek Yu, creator of Spelunky, and thanks for watching Poison Type.
All right. Hey, this is Derek Yu from Spelunky. Thanks for watching Poison Type, I guess.
Okay, that's perfect. Good. Got it one take. All right. So let's go on to some viewer questions. You all clip there. Right?
My inspiration was like being held hostage against my will.
It's So we'll take a couple viewer questions and we'll play some arena. Okay. Luca the Jackal wants to know, what was your favorite individual chains of any item or enemy or character, anything from HT to Spelunky 2? Was it the Vlad's cape glow up? Was it like Temple becoming the embodiment of hell on earth?
Oh, this.
If you have a favorite
an area or just period, just
anything, an item, an enemy, an area, a character. Well, what's like something that stands out as like I love that change from HT to 2? Oh,
geez. I mean, I honestly love the fact that the cavemen can talk to each other now. I know it seems so superficial, but those are the kinds of little details that, one, by the time you get to that kind of stuff, you're very late in development. right? And so it's like it's a fun time because it's like, okay, the game is mostly done. I can kind of put this sort of stuff in, and it ends up, I think, making a big difference to how the game feels. Um, it's a kind of thing that you're sort of waiting like the entire development to get to, because it's sort of frivolous in a lot of ways, but it also isn't, because I think these are the little details that people very much appreciate
Yeah, sure.
Once they play the game.
Yeah,
But just to give maybe like a bigger answer, I'm really happy with the way Temple actually turned out compared to Spelunky 1.
Mhm.
I just think that was one of those areas where like the original Temple, I just think didn't have nearly as much of an identity as it does in Spelunky 2.
Oh, for sure.
So even even the fact that people see it as a place like not to go to, like I kind of like that, because that's part of its personality. Whereas in Spelunky 1, like it had a lot of traps and things like that were in other levels, and overall I think I just didn't get to lean into the theme of it as much as I did with Spelunky 2. So, those are the kinds of things where it's like, I think developers, we have certain things that we sort of hold close to our heart that maybe players don't appreciate as much. I think it's like also, I think the fact that people have been kind of hard on Temple also just makes me like I like it that much more.
Oh, for sure.
And it speaks to this the whole thing I was talking about giving developers like kind of room to design experiences that are not necessarily just fun or like what players expect,
right,
or what they want. So I think these days when players actually they don't like something as much, it actually, like, it makes me like it a little more, because I'm like, okay, cool, like I'm, on the one hand, I'm not it's not like I'm happy that you're not happy or anything like that,
right.
But like, it's, to me, it strangely speaks to the potential of the medium that, like, you maybe aren't having just a grand old time with it.
You're trying to avoid so hard saying I like that is not fun. But that's why I go Temple too, because there's something to be said for challenging yourself, for exploring something that it's a world, an ecosystem that lives on its own. It can be both.
So you have to understand, like, as a developer, like I am trying to say these things in a way where it gets across, I think, the nuance of my thoughts, right? Because, it could easily be like, oh yeah, Derek hates players. He doesn't care about the players. He wants to like torment the players. And it's not that at all. And it's not that I'm trying to make a game that's not fun. Like, it's just, I think it really is more just about the definition of fun, right?
Sure.
I think with Spelunky, I want people to experience just a different range of emotions, some of which I think are kind of extreme, and I think it's hard to get to those extreme emotions unless you offer kind of the other side of the coin. But I also want players to just, be able to just enjoy themselves too. So I do kind of chafe a little bit, I think, at the idea of, Spelunky just being a game to just like punish people and make people feel frustrated,
right?
Or whatever.
It's certainly
and
not.
Obviously, I can totally tell when people are doing it as a joke versus like if someone has like 100 hours in Spelunky and they're like, I hate this game. I know what they mean, by that.
I teleported right into a wall. Yeah.
But it is true that when I see people have, I guess, kind of like a frustrating time with games, sometimes I do see it as like a good thing, because I do want people to sort of break out of this idea that games are only about like kind of casual fun or whatever.
Yeah, you're feeling something.
I think casual fun is great. There are plenty of times where I want to play a game that's just super comfy for me, and you know, it was after a hard day or whatever, and I just want to play a comfy game.
Sure.
Yeah, I just want there to be the possibility of all these different experiences. So,
cool.
Temple, thumbs up.
The evil turnip has quite a question. Could you clear up some pronunciation issues, like from you, settle the debate once and for all? How do you pronounce the flying dog that you use to access the sunken city?
Okay. All right. Well, you know, to preface this, my Chinese is not good.
Right, but you made the game, so it's not your Chinese; it's your names in Spelunky.
Yeah, it is. So, so I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to be speaking this with essentially like a you know, like a Chinese American person who doesn't speak Chinese great.
Sure.
They're that type of Chinese accent.
Stop dancing around it. What's up, dog's name?
I would probably just say Qilin. Yeah.
Qilin. Okay.
Because I'm too scared to try to say it with like the actual Chinese tones.
Qilin. Now we know.
That's how I would say it if you know you cannot pronounce like the Chinese tones. Yeah.
Okay. What? How do you pronounce the egg boss at the end with the snake head and the bird head?
I would say Hunduin.
How do you pronounce the eye that you get out of the gold chest at the beginning?
I say Udjet Eye.
How do you pronounce the sarcophaguses that Qilin hatches out of?
Oh, Ushabti.
Okay, and one more. The gold guy that you unlock from the City of Gold. He's been in the game since HD. The player character, made of gold.
Ow.
Well, that settles everything, chat. What? We're moving right on. I don't care. I don't care what you say.
I think for the Chinese character's name, if you can pronounce the Chinese properly, that'd probably be like the official way. But it's definitely more like Hunduin and Qilin than like Hundun and Killin.
Hundun and Updog, yeah.
Yeah.
Sunset by Plane wants to know, have you thought about expanding the Spelunky universe into comics, board games, spin-off games? Do you see that as something maybe in the future? Is it a secret?
I'd definitely be open to that. You know, Spelunky 2 was, for me, I mean, it's another game in the series, but it was a game where I was very excited to expand on the lore and, you know, going back to that, our discussion about inclusivity, you know, I think one of the things I spent a lot of time on was thinking about more about the characters and their personalities, and I gave them names. All that was included in thinking more about the characters and just making them more interesting. And obviously there was kind of like the history of the original games and stuff to build on. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I'd certainly be interested in expanding the Spelunky universe if the opportunities came up.
Okay. I'll let you know when my Spelunky fan game RPG is done.
Yeah. I'm cool with the you know, I'm always happy to hear people's like fan theories and
oh man, chat would
and stuff like that.
Would you play a Rafi dating sim, chat? You know what? Don't answer that.
So tell me, what's the whole deal with Rafi? Because I don't think I get that, to be honest. Can you explain it?
I could. I mean, I made a whole YouTube video on Rafi Dislav. People tend to not care for Rafi or love Rafi. There seems to be nothing in the middle. Like Rafi's just okay. But he's a very polarizing figure, and I don't totally know why. I mean, is Rafi related to the sloth from HD?
I don't think Rafi is supposed to be that sloth. He was certainly inspired by that sloth.
Okay.
I thought people were gonna love him.
I love him. I thought he's got a cool jacket. He's like, what's up? I'm Rafi. I'm a fan.
So why don't people like him though?
Well, because they have poor taste, obviously. What else is there to say?
No, it's fine that I'm happy, that he's a love him or hate him kind of guy, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I want people to feel strong emotions.
They hate him because they ate him. Yep.
So, in some ways, that makes Rafi the perfect mascot for Spelunky, because he's making you feel strongly about him, and that's what I want.
True. We got like one, maybe two more questions before we squeeze in a game of Arena and let you get out of here. But let's see. Noodlefishy wants to know what do you do in your free time? That's not like game design or Spelunky. What's the life of Derek Yu?
I just spend time with my family, pretty much family and friends, and I think we do normal family and friends stuff, play games, draw, go out and go on walks, go to the beach, eat food, hang out.
This just in, Derek Yu is just like the rest of us, chat. What if Derek was one of us, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm not like hanging upside down from the rafters or anything like that. Just
well, true. Is that this just in, chat? Vlad's design based on Derek Yu. Anyway, I don't
know. As far as like specific hobbies, I think aside from the ones that a lot of people have, just going to the beach, watching movies, things like that.
Okay.
I enjoy drawing still quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and
since having a kid, I've been doing a lot more drawing with pen and paper, which is really great, because that's just gives a different feeling for sure than painting digitally all the time.
Yeah, Just Fiction says in chat that your daily drawings on Twitter have been great, and I agree. Like the Inktober has been. It's funny how easily I can pick out your art style after having played so much Spelunky and stuff. It's just like, yeah, Derek wrote that before I even see like the name. So keep up the good work, man.
That's cool. I think every artist would be happy to hear that they have a recognizable style.
Oh, for sure.
And, I've certainly have like many inspirations. So it's nice to hear, that my personality is coming out.
For sure. Hectic, I'm not going to ask your question. You can ask him yourself in a second. And the last
answer is no, Hectic. I didn't even see the question. Just the answer is no. Okay.
Hey, come on. If there's the question I typically ask, because I have other streamers on here, is what's your favorite moment in your Twitch career? But your career has spanned so much more. So I guess to adjust the question, is there a favorite moment you've had as a viewer of your own games of Spelunky? Like something you watched happen, whether it was B-Rex in the first Eggplant run, whether it was the Discoveries in Spelunky 2, the Twiggles 799. What's been your favorite viewer moment, if you could just pick one?
Viewer moment. I think so a couple, come to mind. I think I thought the ESA marathon was really cool.
Absolutely.
As a viewer,
it was amazing.
Yeah, I really liked the arena tournament that you all put on during Xana's anniversary stream. You did a great job commentating. I told you that in private, but I'm going to say it again in public.
You flatter me so much, Derek.
But you did an excellent job commentating, and for me, it was cool to see arena mode get some love on stream, and I think prove itself as a very entertaining esport.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because everyone knows it's always been a bit of an underdog mode, but I know that it does have a pretty strong fan base. So it was cool to see it in a public way and see it work.
Definitely.
So I really like that.
Well, what do you think? Do you have time for one round of arena, maybe?
Speaking of which, wow, what a segue.
I worked on this for months, Derek. do you have time for perhaps a game?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, it just so happens that this background I've had up the whole time is actually just Spelunky running.
Oh, let me see. I do need to plug in a controller.
Oh no, you're not a keyboard guy.
I could try keyboard. I think I'd be more comfortable with the controller, but I'm gonna have to.
If you don't have a controller right there, I'll play on keyboard with you.
You know what? I'm gonna play keyboard because I think I have to unplug either my webcam or my headphones on short notice.
Scuffed
So let's
interview.
keyboard it up.
Okay. I'll also play keyboard. While I get this set up, something that wasn't particularly a question, but several people asked if you could do an Uba noise.
What is an Uba noise?
You know, it's what one of the three sisters in the jungle. When one of her noises is like Uba.
I think
that's up to you. I'm setting stuff up. You can throw an Uba at chat if you'd like one, but don't feel like you have to. Okay.
No Uba for chat. No Uba for chat. I need to hear the actual sound again. And I think I would rather.
You just heard
it would
it.
make much more sense for Eric to do it.
You just heard it. It was Uba.
Okay, but I feel like I'm gonna be a copy of a copy.
Oh no.
Do you feel like you did an accurate version of it?
I'm pretty sure it was like to the note. Perfect. I have perfect pitch. I don't know if you know that. So when I say Uba, like, just saying. Wait, what happened to Derek? Oh wait, we lost Derek. I'm over here talking to him like, oh geez. Wait, Derek, are you there?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, something happened.
Oh yeah,
I blame the Uba.
I went to join my own stream voice chat, and I was gonna like say, hey, come in when you're ready, and I just left the call. And I'm just over here like Uba-ing to myself. Oh no.
Uba. Yeah, I did it. That wasn't even close because I wasn't. All right. Okay. What does it sound like again?
No, I like it better. The sound clip of no Uba for chat. Like, but I can play it. No, it's just Uba.
Okay. All right. Uba. How about that?
A+. Glorious. The Uba-S of Uba. All right, I have. Oh wait, I'm setting up arena, but my whole layout's so scuffed for this. Okay, we're going online. Oh wait, the latest patch changed it to custom arena. I think it's amazing that you're still putting out patches.
Let me see. You know what? Hold on a second here. I think I'm on a development build, and I should probably switch to the normal build.
Oh boy, we don't want everyone to see you're reintroducing the worm.
Not prepared at all for this.
Okay, Chad, I know I'm scuffed all the time, but I told him about this weeks ago, just so we're clear. Let me add I just wanted to put up the bar to hide the code, cover the whole screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got it.
Scuffed interviewer, scuffed interviewee. Overall, completely scuffed.
Derek, thank you so much for stooping to my level for this interview. Yeah, the code. Chat, remember the other day when I pulled this up and the code was actually Uba? That's half the reason we're doing this. Oh, and how do I? Let's see. How do I invite people to the call? Because I was thinking before I set this bit up. Oh, poison type versus Mossmouth. Jim versus Derek. It's gonna be. I mean, it wouldn't be totally fair. I have 1,100 hours of just throwing myself at the wall that is Spelunky. So I figured we'd get you a ringer in here, you know?
Is it were we gonna play teams or free for all or?
I figured possibly we could get you a teammate. You have to be friends with the people on Discord. I'm friends with the two people on Discord.
Well, okay. Yeah, let's see.
Well,
okay, I'm getting in the game now.
Okay, you're getting in the game. I am sending you a code. Just like it's any other viewer co-op day on my stream.
Alright.
Let's see.
I see you typing.
Okay, well you got a code to enter. There's like a little man with a plus. Add friends to DM. Okay, that should, ideally in a perfect world, that'll work.
Okay. I'm also kind of a noob with Discord also, so this is just like multiple layers of confusion going on. Okay.
That's okay. I am too in a lot of ways, it turns out. But do we have the partners in chat?
Yeah.
Who might those be?
Is that a Hectique X?
It might be a Hectique X.
Is that a Jessia Beb?
That's me.
And
I'm trying not to like mouth the code as I type it in case there are any excellent lip readers in chat.
Wait, where's my code?
If it makes you feel any better, the first time that we did co-op with Grand Pooh Bear, within like 15 seconds, he leaked the room code.
Nice.
There you go.
But as
right,
promised, you're in? Excellent.
Yep.
As promised, Heck, you had a question for Derek that you've been meaning to ask. Feel free to throw it out there if you'd like.
So, this one's pretty in-depth. I've been thinking about it for a while. And it might like sort of challenge your view as a game developer.
Wow.
Did you find room for the crystal monkey on the sprite sheet?
About that.
No.
To be honest, I kind of forgot about that you asked about that.
And this is why. This is why we have modding tools.
So I don't forget.
After all, you were so sweet about the push block.
Oh yeah, what did you think about that? Did Mickey tell
God.
you about that personally?
Yeah,
I
so
know...
Mickey gave me the heads up early, and I had to be hush hush about it. And I've been talking to some people about it. It's been this really weird experience where we still see the structure, and we have this intrinsic negative reaction. But then we get down there and we remember, oh my god, the push block is on the other side now. It's beautiful. So
I'm gonna be honest. When I had the level file open and I was looking at that, part of me wanted to just add push blocks everywhere.
Well,
cover the entire level.
I was half expecting that, like, when I went to go and boot up the game, I recall some mention of my game having, I think, thousands of push blocks. Which I seem to have escaped that hell for now.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, is there some way I can leave a message for Hectic somehow in this level design if I change it? And I thought, it's too much.
Too much time.
Too much, just... but I don't know if Heck you found the Easter egg. Where now if you bomb down below the bottom of 1.4, you'll see a cave drawing of a crystal monkey with a knife in its back.
No,
it's in the latest patch. It's crazy.
Stop.
What? It wasn't my idea.
I need the poor sweet boy.
Okay.
It'll be like Hectic's room. You know how in Zelda 3 there's Chris Houlihan's room?
I do know that reference.
Like, there'll be Hectic's room where you fall into it, and yeah, there's just a crystal monkey just laying there, just a single frame.
You know, my favorite thing is that, because I talk about it with
tons of push blocks everywhere. You're just
exactly
totally enclosed by push blocks.
The crystal monkey will solve one other issue that has plagued the series. He will finally poop tiny diamonds. The only way. That was one of the first things I checked too.
Put it in like a fan fiction, and I think you have a better chance of it making it.
Oh, we can't talk about fan fiction on this stream. Well, wait a minute. For the sake of making sure everyone has an equal voice, so Heck, you got to ask Derek a question. I want to keep things equal. Derek, do you have any questions for Jess? Or I guess vice versa.
What's the origin of bun?
Oh, I actually just answered this question, and it's not a great answer. I don't remember.
It's a legitimate answer, though.
I think it was just really easy to draw because I just got into drawing like last year in August. So it was like one oval and then two longer ovals for the ears, and then it was pink and it was cute. And that was it.
That's a great answer, especially for drawings. I think a lot of my drawings just start out as shapes that are fun to make, and I think that's a perfectly great answer for drawing.
I've been enjoying the art every day in October.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I threw you a few replies on some of them because I just couldn't help myself.
That's definitely about. A lot of those are definitely just about shapes that are fun for me to draw. So
I really love the little expressive animals that pop up from time to time.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. It's
Nice.
very much like tapped into my, I think, the kinds of things I like to do in games too. Just making little self-contained worlds is just, very appealing to me aesthetically.
Nice. Well, we've thrown enough questions at you, Derek. Do you want to? Are the teams okay?
He says,
can you
"Ask me another
stand to
question."
compete with me, Derek? We can unite together to take down Poison.
Because Derek, your teammate will be Liz. That's Hectique, and then Jess, it's you and me. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, first to 5. Let's get this game going. And
first to 5.
First team to 5. Yep. And we gotta start on treadmill. Good luck to you.
Warning, Derek. I may be good at your game. I am not good at arena.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to keyboard.
No, my keyboard is immediately not working. Oh. Here,
that was
it's
bad.
Fine. Okay.
All right.
What?
We've got 2 down.
Yeah,
to themselves.
Derek died, so I.
My first act in arena is to kill Derek.
I panicked with the bomb.
And Derek blew himself up with a bomb, so I figured. Hey, look, a jetpack! I found a jetpack.
Jess, please no. Oh my god.
It's the keyboard. I'm telling you, it's the keyboard.
As soon as I started, I realized my keyboard isn't working. I have to go controller.
Oh, there we go. I've got the spike shoes. I'll win now, obviously.
Oh, good. I left those on.
Just throwing the bodies.
At least throw your teammates' bodies at each other.
No, absolutely not.
No. I'm the teleporter player. 80% world record.
Oh no.
I'm so scared.
Oh no.
It's
I was
okay,
so hoping for the telefrag.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, that's that. Okay, it's teleporter versus metal shield now.
No, please God, why? No.
This is the first round.
So stressed right now.
This is crazy.
Don't panic. It's just in front of Derek.
See, this is footsies right here.
The neutral game. Oh man.
See,
all right. Okay. That's just one round, Bun. We got it.
I wanted to give you room to do your thing.
And Derek, you get to choose the level.
Oh wow.
You say you wanted to give me room. I did blow you up at one point.
It's
all right. What would be good for us, do you think?
Oh, you know what? I think I thrive in crush trap territory.
That makes sense. I was talking up temple.
Roundabout, grinder. Burial chamber has a lot of crush traps.
Let's do grinder.
Grinder.
Yes.
Love grinder.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Not nice.
I just want to survive a little longer, and nope.
Oh god.
All right.
Go away.
Mine.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh no!
Thanks for the bomb.
No.
Oh.
No.
The second explosion got me. That's my fault.
Oh god, stay away!
Oh wait, Derek's got a cape. I want that cape.
I believe in you, Derek.
Oh.
All right. We did it, Jess.
I wanted
It's
to
even.
be known that both of my deaths involved me hitting the window.
I'm not doing good.
I mean, it's
this-
even.
No,
This,
Derek, you can't say that. We're
one's
not
for-
doing good.
I'm gonna do better.
this one's for Intel.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I was whipping Hex Ghost. I had to teach it a lesson.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No, please.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa. I like.
Whoa. Oh, that arrow.
Ooh, that was a good one.
I like the gun.
I got caught on the ledge. Oh, I got shot a lot.
Nothing I
Woo!
can
We're
do.
both alive.
All
Hey, I
right.
felt good about that one, even though I did try to attack Hectic a few times.
So
Hey, you know,
I
that's
attacked
part of
Jess
the
At
once.
least I admit.
So Derek, did you think there's like a future in Spelunky Arena tournaments?
I would love to see more. Yeah,
I think we should do this more often, really.
this is very fun.
I mean, there's a certain level of chaos to it, but I feel like, you know, I hate you, Hectic. I come from the Smash Brothers scene, right, where like a lot of the competitive scene comes from.
Shoot.
I'm dead again.
Yes, you are.
A lot of the competitive enjoyment comes from turning off some of the stages
Yes.
and like changing the rules a little bit. But I think
You're
this
on your own,
is
Derek.
so entertaining. Jess, you have spike shoes.
Yeah, thanks.
What if Quillback shows up? You got it covered.
I'm like hyper focused right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering how good is Derek you with a teleporter?
Okay. I'm coming over.
I'm so scared.
Jess, I thought for sure you were gonna whip that powder keg. Whoa!
Oh,
I just clapped for myself. I
Okay.
just clapped for myself.
All right.
All right.
You deserve your own clap. Okay. Yeah.
I just involuntarily clapped for myself.
How did you even? In what world did that work?
That was
This
it was
one.
a long shot, but
Sometimes 1 in 5 is enough, you know.
listen, I'm trying to chant in chat here, Heck. Get out of here.
I'm sorry.
God. Uh-oh.
That was your own bomb there, Hectic.
I'm very dead.
Oh, what?
I got this.
Ah.
oh god. Oh no.
Oh, true
Oh,
can.
no.
Hmm.
This can't last 22 seconds. Or...
It's okay. I clutch
Oh,
these.
wait.
I don't clutch
Yeah.
these.
Ooh.
Derek traded places with me.
That was teamwork.
Derek is playing on a developer build. This okay. All right. We can.
Derek is good in arena. I'm loving this.
It's yeah. I brought you
I'm
in as a
getting better.
ringer. Heck, just in case.
No, I'm getting carried by Derek 1,000,000%.
I love it.
All right. All right.
it's my-
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think, Hectic?
We haven't seen jungle yet.
Okay, I like it.
This is game point,
Big
Jess.
one?
We got to step it up.
All right, Tower to Heaven.
One of the tower to heaven.
I
Okay.
think that's an appropriate one to end on.
Hey. This isn't over yet.
Wow. Listen.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
Oh my god. It still hit me. The bomb carried. Okay.
Oh no.
I'm mad at you.
Thanks for the Kabbalah.
Ooh.
All right. I have all their stuff.
Oh. Did I? What happened there?
Oh, that was such a bad bounce. Hmm.
2 web guns.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I was trying to hold the ledge, Jess. I threw.
Oh god, that is a plasma cannon.
I threw, but on the other hand, your gun is.
We have 2 web guns. She has a plasma cannon. I think we got this.
Bigger and explodier than theirs?
What do you think is more powerful, Derek? Web gun or plasma cannon? Like in a vacuum?
I'd say the web gun.
I got the gun.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes you all sticky. Nobody likes that.
I just want to make sure we agreed. Oh, Jess! That was so brave! you stole it just to shoot me with it? Like, Poison, I needed you.
And you failed me.
I'm here to prove the efficacy of the web gun.
This... Oh...
It was a good one to end on. Derek was right.
Well, we lost the web gun.
Oh.
Okay.
Pressure. Immense pressure.
Jess, I'm so glad you came on to help me throw for content and make Derek look good in his own game.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Throwing.
Like we agreed on.
Yeah.
We, as a team, we're undefeated besides today, and I'll continue furthering that lie in the future. It'll be okay.
Okay.
I'm exclusively defeated except today, so I'm good with this.
That was fun, though. I think we should have more arena matches in the future.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
True. Well, I think in the future,
tournaments and such.
I think in the future, probably sometime in November, I'm gonna host my own arena tournament. I wish I had more to throw at you, chat, but just stay tuned to the Poison Type channel. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna get arena elo on Moss ranking.
Oh, write that down next to the Crystal Monkey, okay?
No, I'm all for that. No Crystal Monkey, but...
Oh, man.
Yeah, or how about this? You have to pick. You have to pick one.
Oh, Crystal Monkey.
One of those will get him.
1,000,000%.
Why do you want to ruin all the AJE runners, huh?
You don't have to put it in the journal. It wasn't in the HD journal.
Okay. All right.
I'll look in the texture sheets. I wrote it down. I wrote a note for myself.
If I see the patch note
see if
someday,
it's
I hope
possible.
you know I will scream and like wake up my neighbors, and I won't regret it at all.
Oh man.
All right. I feel like we should just wait like 10 years.
Go for it. Just build it up. Like I'll be in my 40s, and you're gonna drop the patch note. Added Crystal Monkey, and I'm over here playing Spelunky 6, and it'll be the best day of my life.
Yeah, hit him with.
I want it to be the
You're
only
like out in
thing
the
in the
grocery
patch.
store and you're like looking at your
Only
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Xana sends out the video for the patch notes.
Caring for my children, watching Xanavier read added Crystal Monkey.
I would
That's it.
love that. Hit him with a Terry Kavanaugh, like the VVVVV patch 10 years after released. Yeah.
And you
In
just
my
literally drop
deathbed.
your children in the store and just leave.
All right. Heck,
Exactly.
Jess, thank you for joining us.
Wait. Do I get to ask a question?
Oh, I guess so. Well, Derek, we've already gone way over time, but yes, Bun, one question if it's all right with him.
It's fast. Do you have a P.O. box that I can send some of the bun stickers to?
Oh, I don't. I need to get one. I will
Who
look
else needs
into
to get a P.O. box? Poison needs to get a
Okay.
P.O. box.
Not about me.
Yeah, but also it
Get
is
one
because
too.
I keep
We'll
telling
get
you
PO
and you
boxes
haven't done it yet.
together.
All right, I'll continue my correspondence with Derek after the interview, and when he gets a PO box, I'll share it with you and only you, unless someone pays me a lot, and then you can be able to send us both things. Okay?
Unless someone pays.
That's not the important part of the sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jess, Heck, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for the good times.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for the
joining
carry,
us.
Derek.
That was very fun.
Thank you for absolutely destroying me.
I wouldn't call that a
It was
destruction at all.
5-1. What are you saying?
Okay.
They're close though.
I got destroyed in my race today. Derek, you destroyed me today. It's a good day.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
let me do a sign off, okay? Let me.
Hey, sorry,
Yeah, you have fun. You have fun. Crystal Monkey, you gigged.
Oh, I love those two. And it screwed up the window capture. Let me fix that, and we'll do like a. Jeez. All right, Derek, Mr. Derek, Mr. U. Seriously, this has been just a fantastic time. I really appreciate you making time and coming out and talking Spelunky and talking other stuff. And this is what I mean about OBS. Like, you try to adjust something, and he's just flying off the screen.
That's the power you wield. You can just fling me across the screen right now if you want.
You see me literally dragging the. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, go buy Derek's book, Spelunky. You can get it at Amazon. It's like $15. It's awesome. Go check out his website. wishlist UFO 50. Derek, thank you so much. This has been, I keep saying it, but it's just been cool. You're a cool guy.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for asking such thoughtful questions. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to play Arena also. That was great. I was very excited to get to do that. I was definitely trying extremely hard to win.
Well, that telefrag was legendary. I mean, you
That
can't argue with
felt
that.
great. Yeah. You made me feel like the Daigo Umehara of Spelunky for a second there, which is awesome.
It was a Spelunky moment 27.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, no, that was a lot of fun, and yeah, the discussion continues.
And I'll see you in chat, and I'll be asking you for Edmund McMillan's pager number. But chat, I'm gonna be taking like a 5-10 minute break to go and just do a bunch of fist pumps in my room alone, and then I'll be back with the Spelunky Daily. But one last time, claps for Derek Yu. Thank you again, dude. And I'm gonna keep playing your game.
Thanks, everyone.
Wait, did I really leave with no music? Why isn't the music playing? I went to go on break for a second. There should be music. I don't want to. Oh my god, can't do anything right. All right, I'll be Give me a few. I'll be back. I didn't mean my mic either. Great. Was there really still not music playing that whole time? Did I put on did I put on music and then not unmute the music? I was over here jamming while I set up my green screen and everything. Oh my god. Oh boy. Well, thanks for sticking around. I think that went pretty well, don't you, chat? I was just thinking about life because there is no music, and I'm over here like, oh yeah, baby! We did it! Oh. Well. May I say the things I already said? That is absolutely the highlight of my online career. That Derek was such a wonderful guest and everything I could have hoped for it to be. That I appreciate all you guys, all the new follows, like the 30 of you that followed, Twig with the raid, the 10 gifted subs from Grenade, Shindig with a raid in there too. Thanks, man. And Cheese Christ and Triple Jump Games. Thank you. And of course, to all of the other Spelunky folks who've lifted me up along the way. Still waiting for the interview with Cosign. Thanks, Seth. Huge shout outs to Xanagir for talking me through this whole thing, to Twiggle and Hectique, and of course Jessia Beb, to Ivy Ori, to all of my stream friends who continue to show up and hang out. To Jade Parrish, to you Parrish for the trailer that you helped me put together. I don't know, man. It's emotional, and it's real cool. It's real cool I get to do this, and that I have the platform, the opportunity to talk to someone like it who made this. Absolutely amazing and humbling that you guys want to watch and you guys want to hang out. Thank you. And get every single one of you who popped in and hung out, and shout outs to my mom. Yep, she's in there too. Yeah, fun fact, this wouldn't have happened at all if Jess hadn't hadn't tweeted at Derek a couple weeks ago and been like, hey, something funky is on Poison's stream, you know? Okay, there's the notifications again. Phantos, thank you for the follow. Tem, thank you for the follow. Anyone else who's still around, Noro, Melting Bow, Dubby, Captain Timo, Ponzu, Misty Slippers, Kenzie, Sticky Frog, King Crab, Suavi, Tefla. Sorry, but your names I might have butchered. Nero, Quadrillard, Obsolete, Pupulp, Finn Costello, Connie, DJ Dak, Dan Man, jeez, guys, Scar, Slime Hunter, J Puxwid, Lank. Dang, guys. And Pickle Down Rickonomics. I've seen your name around. Thank you. Oh, I'm online. No, I want to do the daily. You impress me, Mom. How many streamers out there can say they got their mother in here doing that stuff? Hanging out and throwing out anonymous subs. No tears? I'm not gonna cry. There's no crying in Spelunky. Why are the poison point rewards? Oh yeah, we gotta turn those back on. Good call. I didn't want to see a stream of Kill a Hired Hand while I was trying to while I was trying to interview the creator of Spelunky, okay? You were misbehaved enough, chat. Alright, Kill a Hired Hand, hydrate, posture check, choose the path. We'll turn them all back on. But geez, dude. You're an only one button unbutton kind of shirt guy. I tried to look nice for the interview, okay? I wanted to... I know I'm perma-scuffed in your eyes, chat room. I tried my best, Jess. Thank you. I'm relieved. I'm relieved that even with all you guys memeing about lions, which let's be honest, that's my fault. That it was all love and jokes and happiness and kindness. Like, dude, this community's amazing. You guys are all amazing. It's a testament that, like, even as a guy who showed up relatively late into, I guess, Spelunky's life cycle is a streaming game. That I've been so welcomed with open arms, you know, by everyone around, and from Derek for building the kind of game that, you know, everyone can enjoy and hate at their own pace, you know. It's everyone who's a part of the community, you know, that makes it into what it is. The great interview. Thank you, Gammy. I think it went absolutely phenomenal. And it's like I was saying from okay. It's like I was saying at the, like, early on in the interview. I feel like it's something I discovered as I started to do this Poison Talks thing, that to me it comes very naturally. Like, the idea of just going and talking to people, right? But I realize that it's not something that anyone can do. It's something that I think I have kind of a knack for, and a talent for. Not to toot my own horn too much here, you know, but the validation of having the game's creator on and being told, hey, you know, Poison, you're pretty good at this. That makes me want to keep going. That makes me want to, I don't know, keep doing this. It makes me want to actually get Edmund McMillan's pager number. No, but I can't say it enough. I appreciate everyone who comes on and stops by and watches. Everyone who's coming through just to see, you know, who's this Poison guy? What's he like? Everyone who continues to stick around, all my regulars, all my people, everyone else in the community. You're all just so cool, you know? How about you thought you'd been streaming for a while? Look, there's a lot of very nice things he said to me that are gonna stick with me for a long time. Believe me, I am going to let it all go to my head. There is no question about that. But also, like, it's funny. I said at the beginning, and I've said many times, I expected, as a streamer, to come on and stream to Tall, Shark, and Handsome, and Adelaide, and maybe a couple of my other friends, and cool. And what I got, basically right from the start, was something so much more, and something so special, you know? Like, the idea that I could have genuine connections I've made with people, with other streamers, with people that I call friends. That, like, something happened to me at work yesterday, and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to tell Sunset by Plane about this. Like, and Sunset is just a regular in my chat, not a streamer, not anyone that I could get clout or like fame or anything from, but they're a friend. I never would have expected that, and so much of what Twitch has given me, you know? And it's humbling, and it's funny, and endlessly weird, and it's awesome. It's so cool. Maybe I'll gush about it for another 45 minutes. I don't know. But I mean it. That's the most famous fear you have. Well, yeah, true. It does have like 6 commands on my channel. Yeah, but talk about me. But talk about me more, Poison. Tell me more about the bun. Jess, I tell you all the time that I wouldn't have gotten this far without your constant support. And that's another thing. It's another part of the magic of the platform, you know? That, like, Jess was another Spelunky streamer. That I saw her emotes all around, and that she made a bunch for a bunch of other people. And I checked out her stream, and she was a cute bun. Right? And I gave her a raid because it's just like, you know, as I started to get my voice, my platform, I started to try and share it around, share my viewers with other people via raids, get to know other people with networking. Maybe if I raid Jess and she comes and sees me, she'll think that I'm pretty cool and she'll raid me sometime, and it's helping to build my community. But it's also getting to know someone cool, and it's all good things, you know. And she started coming around my stream, and I started hanging out more her stream more. And in the end, like, it turns out Jess and I talk like every single day now. And it's cool. And it's fascinating because, like, as a kid, my mother in chat can attest, like, it was a known thing. You don't talk to people on the internet that you don't know, where they're going to take you away in a van or something. And the world has changed so much, and it's still such a foreign concept to me, even being in the middle of it. Another thing that I talk about all the time. You almost whipped those bombs, I know. And it's not just the idea that, like, I get on and people tell me how cool I am all the time. It's nice to have that kind of validation, you know? But also, it's what I just said. It's like, the whole community has given me so much, and I've made so many genuine friendships. Like, I was in a tough spot in my life when I started streaming. And I wasn't really happy with where I was, or who I was, or what I was doing. And it gives me, like, purpose. It gives me... It makes me think that what I'm doing is worthwhile. Thank you for that. I promise I'm not gonna get too emotional. Poison, you didn't ask about worm music. I'm sorry, Mindy. I asked for an Uba, okay? Isn't that enough? That purpose is to take $5 from me every month. I mean, there's also something to be said for the additional financial security of having people give me a lot of money, sure. But that's never really been the point. You ask about Spelunky 2 and HD character relation? No, I expected, like, a half an hour of questions then to get into it, but Derek gave such thoughtful, long answers to everything that I had, and when I realized we were going over time, I'm like, we're not gonna have time for any viewer questions. Like, I asked a little bit. I asked if the sloth from HD was related to Rafi, and not really. Happy for you, man. Thank you, Fantoast. I know, and I have come so insanely far in what feels like such a short period of time. And I owe... Do I have a skill in talking to people? Yes. Am I pretty good at this game? I think so. But it's very much like a collaborative effort. And I wouldn't be here without so many people. First and foremost, Derek. I said it in the interview. I'll say it once a week as long as I'm a streamer. Like, the idea that I got to start was such an incredible leg up compared to where I thought I would be, compared to where I thought I could be, compared to where, like, a lot of, I think, better streamers are than me. The idea that Derek is the kind of guy to come into, like, some little person's chat like me and be like, hey, here, you have my seal of approval because I like what you're doing. For one, that's, like, an amazing thing of him. For two, that's the power of the internet and of Twitch and of the medium we use, you know? And for three, it's something I try to never take for granted. And everything that, like, I get from Twitch, I try to share with the people who come by and watch, with the people who hang out. It's why whenever I raid, I try to drop like a bunch of gift subs. It's why I try to always shout out other people's work and their streams and their YouTube and their content, you know? It's like everything I get on Twitch, I want to give back because Twitch has done so much for me. And again, that comes down to you humble viewer out in the chat who is still listening to me talk about the same stuff I talk about all the time. Me? Yes, you, Kosen. Is that why you drop by D&D every once in a while? Absolutely. Well, also because I like you very much, Kate. But also, with you, me? Kongaga. You? I'm afraid if I stop by too much, you'll start coming by and throwing a whole bunch of money at me, and it stresses me out when you do that. I'm glad the days of our heavy money laundering are behind us. Thank you for the 10 gifted. I don't know why I went for the shotgun, too. Oh, man. No, it's just, my life is cool. I got to hang out with Derek Yu. I got to cook a bomb and blow up Derek Yu in an arena on my stream that he purposely came to. Insane. Insane. Like, that doesn't... That's not a realistic expectation for anybody to come into streaming with, you know? It's not even realistic as I think about it, as I talk about it. Good Monty. But it's nuts. You get a Poggers champion for this positive energy, and that's the other thing. That's what I'm always trying to bring. Because for example, I love to pick on Overwatch streamers because they're easy targets, right? But like, yeah, there's a lot of streams you go to with choose your FPS game of choice that aren't always positive, you know? And I mean, it's okay if your stream is a reflection of yourself and you come on and you're sad, you're in a bad mood. Like, the game you're playing is being particularly mean to you, as Spelunky can often be. But also, like, I try to bring... Not only do I use my stream as a way of maintaining positive energy in my community, because I have one of those now, it's something that brings me a lot of positive energy. To be able to come in and... I often say have an audience, have people who like to watch. But what it comes down to is people that I come to consider friends, peers, colleagues, people that I've built emotional connections with, even on a small scale. Like, oh, they joined my co-op one time. Like, you know what's a great example of this? More 24, more, you know more. My regulars are no more. He popped in. He's in the restaurant business like me for his day job. And he's just a guy who happened to pop in one day and play some viewer co-op with me, and hung around for a little bit, and then got busy with life, didn't come in for a couple weeks, and he popped in a couple days ago, and it's just like, Poison, what's up? And it's like, hey, More, what's going on, dude? How's everything? How's the restaurant business? And in a lot of streams, that would just be another viewer, another name in chat, another person. But East. But I love interactions like that, where people have, like, people pop in. Amazing Melon is another one. He used to stop in all the time and then got busy with school. Whenever I see Melon come in, it's like, yeah. It's the occasional viewer who pops in when they can. But I get to build the common term is parasocial relationships. But I get to build, like, genuine connections with real people who are just out there doing what I was doing before I started streaming, which is just watching a streamer you like, playing a game you like. I'm so tremendously lucky to be that streamer that you guys like. I don't know. Sometimes I feel going on about it like I put too fine a point on this stuff, you know? But I feel like it's worth repeating. I feel like it's worth pointing out. I would rather say it too often than not often enough. That I'm tremendously lucky and honored, genuinely honored, to have guys like you, girls like you, chat like you, that I have real friends that I interact with. That like Mindy7 is not just a name on the screen. It's someone that I've come to know and respect and like hanging out with. It's awesome. It's incredibly cool. And viewers like you, yes. Random Anime, congrats on your anonymous gifting. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you for the thighs. I could talk for another, like, 4 hours about this. Poison, can you ensure that I'm just a random name on the screen? I mean, you don't have that little diamond next to your name for nothing, do you? If I'd managed to get in here with the bow, I'd take the telepack and teleport into Wadless. Nah. I've done a pretty good job thus far about not throwing this daily. You and Twig are legit the best smaller streamers I've known so far. I have so much to say about Twiggle. I am random viewer number 57. Yes, Bang, you have a cool accent. Relatively small. It's so funny. Like, as I said with Derek, everything when it comes to internet fame, when it comes to Twitch, when it comes to building a community, when it comes to all this, everything is so relative. Because, like, I can pop into a Spelunky streamer's channel who has 2 or 3 viewers. And like, I talk about it and people joke. But I can pop into a smaller streamer and they're like, oh my god, it's poison type. Oh, and they'll like jump into spikes and be like, no, I'm sweating and puking and crying because I can't handle playing in front of poison type. I'm like, dude, I'm not even a partner. And then like when I started in Spelunky and still now, like I look up to Twiggle, to Xana, to Heck, to Ivy, to all the check marks and be like, they're enormous, they're huge, they're everything I would aspire to be as a streamer. And in the grander sense of Twitch, they're like, they're not big. But like then I look at the streamers I do watch, and I got Stir, I got Grand Pooh Bear, I got like the Smash guys I watch, X or IBDW, and like they're a big deal. I got a poster with Nun and Chillin' Dude on my wall in the back for Melee players. And they're not that much bigger than the rest of them. And then you talk to them like, oh no, we're talking about huge streamers like Mango, like Grand Pooh Bear, like Northern Lion. And then they look and they're like, oh well, we're nothing compared to XQC, to Pokemon. And then they're like, no, we're nothing. We're not real famous. The Hollywood actors are the famous ones. And the Hollywood actors are like, yeah, no, it's true, worth the top. But it's all so relative. I don't want another daily Crocman death. Please kill all of the hired hands. Just go finish them off, okay? You get him? You clear out the problem? What? Wait. Question, is that my fault? Because that worked out pretty well. Alright. Next question. Okay, we answered it. I'm like, is that going to come up and crush the scepter? Not your fault if you didn't hit Anubis? I didn't. Oh, because I don't own Anubis. Right. Or something. We gotta find us an alien compass. Do you think Northern Lion has heard of you? I don't know. Maybe. Ooh. Thank you for the follow, Yashi. Felix, good night. Thank you for hanging around. Felix, another example of someone who came in like on my first stream, I think, and just pops in, and I don't really know him well, but he drew my first piece of fan art. He hangs out. I trust him enough through his actions and the way he treats chat. Like, I consider him a friend. That's all awesome. I blew up one altar. I haven't found a second one, right? I don't think I've missed one either. Did I blow up an altar? I did. It's been a while since I watched. Hello, Swaggany. How many 79s? 799s? 7 or 8 or something? A fair bit. Let's see if we can find an altar on this level. I might skip the elixir. Because this has the makings of a true crown run. Once you pop into poison type stream, you can't stop. Hey, heck. Let me navigate this dark level. And then I'll go on about whatever it is I was talking about. I don't think we missed an altar. We had a lot of early altars here. And since we've only seen Beg once, it's not worth it to get cursed yet. Or should we just, you know what, maybe we'll just go for a regular $7.99 for today's daily. What if I don't go for True Crown like I always do? Because that would be a poetic way to end the Derek Yu interview stream, is to get a $7.99. Hey, Fade Dog's here. Thank you again for inviting me to do Arena. I originally presented the Arena co-op to Derek as Twiggle and Ivy. Because I feel like Ivy would be an excellent carry, because he's incredibly dangerous in Arena. And also because I really like Ivy. He hangs out my stream. He hangs out my stream. It makes me feel important for having an important person around. And then Twiggle, because I'm the biggest Twiggle stan on the planet. And they were both busy, so I'm like, hey, Hack. Hey, Hack. And then Jess, I mean, again, there is no poison type without Jessie Abeb at this point, is there? So should we throw away the elixir and get cursed here and get a true crown? I'm starting to think maybe. Right? It's a maybe, right? No. But what if I get my true crown? What if... Alright, fine. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, stop abusing your VIP and mod powers. My chat experience. I'm not doing it. You can stop. Okay. Jess, you get so mad at people for doing exactly that. I was just about to say more nice things about you. Yeah, there's still time. Maybe if we lose our Ankh later, we'll go and get cursed. Let's just leave here. Okay, bye, unfollowing. Doge has been a good run. At least we get our Vault Child. No, I mean, no one's surprised by that anymore, right? Lose Zonk, may as well get even closer to losing. Alright, I have a plan. Have I ever said I have a plan and then it goes well? Low on bombs. Okay. No, we don't need a true crown. We'll just go and get a plasma cannon. Bacon Boy, thank you for the follow. Nice telefrag. It seemed like an important one to hit. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Okay. We got there. Anyway, what were we talking about? Queen Vol, yeah, we did stuff right. Look at all the stuff we're doing right today. Having Derek on, it has filled me with determination. We're not even getting the plasma cannon. I don't know, you were yelling at me for being bad. No, before that I was saying thank you, Jess, for supporting me and for getting Derek on the show, because I would not have, I would not have otherwise. I'd like you to stay there, though. Oh, wait. New plan. You're coming with me. Because I'm too low on bombs to, like, comfortably bomb through. Come along, young one. Well, that's Neobeb. Anyway. We'll take it. So it's not an eggplant run. We could have had one. We executed well, but I feel like, again, I made pretty good decisions given the circumstances. Pretty good. Not excellent. I did miss out on a lot of Spelunky-related questions to ask more general game design and inspiration and like finding success on the internet questions. So I apologize to those of you who wanted more Spelunky questions just for that. I'm sorry for not asking about worm music. Ask yourself, how bad do I need those ropes? Also, I'm real low on bombs, so it stresses me out, the idea of trying to... Okay, we're doing it anyway. There's a good chance he's gonna get crushed here. I prefer game design questions to it. You know, what if I got the health? I think the health is important. I need that extra health. Okay, cool. That handled itself in the end. We didn't even have to use any bombs. I got spelunked. I'm getting mini spelunked. I have not gone full spelunk yet on this daily. And ideally, we can carry that not getting spelunked through the rest of the run. It's not that far from this point. It's only like what, 100 levels? Got the tough part out of the way. Willing. Power of Elixir, yes. No, well, Elixir very much has been the reason we're alive. Okay, cool. Only 4 of them? Oh, okay. Proud of you, did really phenomenal stuff today. Thank you, bun. I did ask about the Crystal Monkey, because Heck got in chat. I figured it was the least I could do for Heck. Him being my understudy and all. Is that the word, understudy? The backup. Okay. Only one more. You let Heck ask? It's close enough. Give me emotional whiplash there, Jess. Poison, you're so great. Poison, everything you're saying is wrong. This wasn't the right choice to come over on this side, right? Sometimes you just gotta go in. Just trust your gameplay. That's not emotional. I always forgive you, Jess. And I will say again, I am very glad that you got to come in and play too. Alright, there's still a shopkeep at the exit. We just commit, we only got a couple more levels. Or the shopkeep aggro doesn't matter. I could commit, or I could just hope he goes in and gets himself murdered on his own. But he might. Oh, he was close. Oh yeah, we can sacrifice him. At least we don't have the eggplant child worried about, right? Sack Van Horsing, why would I do that? He's our friend. Before I do anything else here, I need to figure out a way, the best option. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't need to figure out the best option for dealing with that shopkeeper. Maybe we just go. We'll figure it out. I don't have a lot of bombs. I'm used to getting here with the True Crown. If only I'd gone for the True Crown, everything would be fine by now. Alright. All we gotta do is get past the shopkeeper, and we're okay. Where is the shopkeeper? Oh, okay. So he's dead here, right? No. We're forgiven. That's way better than dead. I'm a little surprised that caught me, but we got a chance of living through this. Not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised that caught me. Actually, we don't really have a chance of living through this, do we? Because we didn't bomb out Tiamat at the bottom to give us a safe landing. Unless the spark traps just knock us up into the sunken city itself. We could always catch a good bounce here too, right? The Ankh is the thing I'm least concerned about losing here. Just need to get lucky in the water? Yeah. There's still a chance for that, right? I'm surprised the laser caught me. That's... Boys, can you do me a favor and learn how to use the floor to get to the wall? At least we didn't get guttered, yes. At least we didn't get smacked. And get our Vlad's cape destroyed. That's genuinely much more important to me. Okay, but getting the unlucky spark trap, that's a bummer. Oh well. It's just a daily after all. If Derek were still watching, he'd be proud, right? It's a poetic way, I think. Do the daily again, it will work. Wait, is there another daily? I thought did we start it in time? I don't think we did. No, there's not. See? The daily's over. Right? You still here, by the way? Where are the channel rewards? Gotta be back now. I brought them all back. Refresh your page. Today was cool. I'm sorry, I'm new and I don't know Derek. Care to explain? He's the creator of Spelunky. He's the guy we just talked to. And that will be up on YouTube. That will be up on YouTube later this week, probably Wednesday. But today was genuinely amazing. I really had a good time. I'm glad you guys had a... Let's get the script off. I'm glad you guys had a good time too. It's gonna take me a while to process all of this and everything that's gone on today, you know? But thank you to everybody, all the new followers, all the subs, all the viewers, everyone who asks questions, everyone who keeps sticking by me. It's really something, huh? Thanks. Bacon Boy with the last second with the last second prime thank you. And welcome to the friend zone. So coming in tomorrow, we're gonna be doing some viewer co-op like we do every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Come on by, you can play with a streamer who played with Derek Yu, so really, it'll be like you're playing with Derek Yu, right? Evie, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Good night. To everyone else, just I can't say thank you enough. Absolutely amazing what you guys allow me to do by being here. So we'll see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. And in the meantime, I know where we're going. Tell my dear friend Chaz that I love him, and he will love you as I love you, chat. If you're not in the Discord, last thing, join the Discord. You get an update on when the YouTube stuff is gonna show up. Raid message? Here's your raid message, chat. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks.
Our mother is the boom in the baseline. Our father is the backbeat halftime. They say we were born under a bad sign. We say yes, so what? We're the ones who create our own world. Friendly assassins known as pegboard. All glory and praise to the bad Lord. Kill 'em all with love.